grind, destructive, yeah, from time, shaking up the norm, you know why. Original, tell you why. Basic, yo, that's your guy. I got different hands and pies, international ties, in the studio till sunrise. You know what, on that grind, disruptive, yeah, from time, shaking up the norm, you know why. Original, tell you why. Basic, yo, that's your guy. Got different hands and pies, international ties, in the studio till sunrise. Okay, it's never enough. Okay, it's never enough. Life can get so mad and life can get so tough. They can't handle nothing, that's why I do this stuff. That's why I wrote this stuff, that's how we hold it down, this love. Hit Istanbul like 3-4, when I call me that's plus 44. You know me, you know the score, you know what the hell we do this for. They wanna sleep in the name like Moldavore. I'm around but they wanna call me to go. I know what they're saying but really though, this flame just burning in my soul. Are you a villain, are you an angel? Are you willing, are you able? Are you a villain, are you an angel? Are you willing, are you able? You know what, on that grind, disruptive, yeah, from time, shaking up the norm, you know why. Original, tell you why. Basic, yo, that's your guy. I got different hands and pies, international ties, in the studio till sunrise. You know what, on that grind, disruptive, yeah, from time, shaking up the norm, you know why. Original, tell you why. Basic, yo, that's your guy. Got different hands and pies, international ties, in the studio till sunrise. Stumble like 3-4, when I call me that's plus 44. You know me, you know the score, you know what the hell we do this for. They wanna sleep in the name like Moldavore. I'm around but they wanna call me to go. I know what you're saying but really though, this flame just burning in my soul. Are you a villain, are you an angel? Are you willing, are you able? Are you a villain, are you an angel? Are you willing, are you able, yeah. You know what, on that grind, disruptive, yeah, from time, shaking up the norm, you know why. Original, tell you why. Basic, yo, that's your guy. I got different hands and pies, international ties, in the studio till sunrise. You know what, on that grind, disruptive, yeah, from time, shaking up the norm, you know why. Original, tell you why. Basic, yo, that's your guy. Got different hands and pies, international ties, in the studio till sunrise.
There you go. Oh my god. Every week. You'd think I'd get better at this. Every freaking week. I stress myself out. On the wire. On the wire. Some things are working. Some things just messed up. Gaz, get organized. No, Gaz, you can't do it. Because you're just a piece of shit. Oh, tell me it's working. Tell me it's working. Oh my god. Oh my god. We are live. We are live. We are live. What did I touch there? Oh my days. Ah! We are figuring things out as things break in front of us. How you doing, chat? We're gonna have a guest on soon in a bit as well. But as we do figure out, oh, my hair's messed, bruv. My face messed up, bruv. Saturday! What a beautiful Saturday. The sun's shining finally in the UK. As we finally get a bit of vitamin D. As we fight off the depression this weather brings upon us. We finally get some respite and it alleviates our mood. Elevates it to another level. Yeah? Yeah. 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 What's up, people? It's good to see you guys. It's been emotional already. Shout out to everyone up in the chat. It's been an interesting week. Interesting week. Random things, natterings going on. Weird. U-turns? From who? We're gonna talk about it and then some. Let me get my screen up, let the chat up in there. What are you saying? Let me shout out to everyone. Captain Chat's first in there with the membership. He's been out in the garden. What are you doing? A little bit of gardening, yeah? A little bit of hay fever. Just James, good to see you, bruh. E-Rags, my G. What are you saying? Happy Saturday, man. Polly Abba. Iron Storm, random. It's McLeod. We need to play some D together. Marathon, man. Fonzarelli. Who may be joining us soon. The Fifth Horseman. Episode 13. Scorpio. I think I've got everyone. Malta Pandora. More people. Thank you. I'm sorry if I haven't missed out your name. As the people come in, as we talk about what's going on in the space. It's been an interesting week. Big game releases. It's been if you're a gaming fan and you like video games and you like to be positive about video games, it's a good week. Even if you want to be negative about video games, it's still a good week because we got some big releases this week and some indie releases, small in budget but big at heart. Replaced. Let me get my pen and paper handy to do your bloody timestamps. I don't have someone screaming 5 microseconds after the show saying, where's the flicking timestamps? You know how long it takes. The title of this stream is Big Xbox Changes Inbound. Incoming! What are those changes? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see. Let me know if the sound levels are too high, too low. You know, I like the tunage in here. I love the tunage. Tunage in the poonage. Oh, yeah. Guys, why were you so late? Why did you start the show 15 minutes later? It's because I was cycling through some new tunes to add to this playlist. The same tunes that people complain about. I don't want to hear music. I want to hear the sound of your squeaky voice and the same topic over and over again. No, it's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen, bro. Oh, D-Batch is crying. Why? He's always crying. Not high enough? What's not high enough? The tunes? Oh, audio levels, no mind. What? Camera's blocked? Oh shit, yeah, I didn't even realize. Thank you, episode 13, for letting me know. This disorganized mess that I am. We're gonna get into it. Right. First order of the day. Can't even fucking see the audio levels on this because the freaking massive light that stares in my face and blinds me every time I do the show is blocking the audio levels. Let me move this fat freaking 50 whatever inch screen, still selectively be blocked. There we go. Move the topics there. Safe. Not enough jellies. Are these new tunes on the Spotify playlist? No, Eldrick. The Spotify playlist is its own thing, and I have been adding some dankness to that sound. I've been listening to the gym. I was like, oh, this is gonna be added to Nightwave Radio. Chat, I gotta plug in Nightwave Radio. You have to listen to Nightwave Radio. Haven't updated in a couple of weeks. There's still 177 tracks now. Oh shit. And I will show you. Can I show you? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That's Nightwave Radio. Don't worry about my face. It's there. There. Nightwave Radio. Check it out Spotify. I've got some sick tunes in there. I wish I could play it to you. But YouTube's weird. Like that. I'm also working on some... I've been saying I've been working on a video, but I've been working on a wicked video. Trying something new. Time to bring back a character that was part of the whole little rebrand that I haven't really done anything on. And it's a good time. I'm so sorry, chat, for the video. The last video was like 3 months ago. And it's always a case of, what do? Do I just shit out a video for the algorithm? And I can't do it. I really can't do it. Why do I have so much money on my table, bro? Don't ask me why. We're rich up in here. Don't ask me why that's there. Yeah, I'm working on a really good video. I think you'll really like it. The edits on that are a nightmare. But it's also very different. It's also different because I don't want to be a lazy piece of shit in this space. I want to do something different. A little bit of me on camera, a little bit of nice cinematic photography. It's gonna be weird. It's shit out of video, explosive video. Zorka Gaming knows about my explosive videos, bruv. Does the sound need to be upped? My mobile phone is halfway up. I do listen to it while I'm in the van. I need some new tunes. Oh, Eldrick, you legend. I will get you some sick tunes. I'll update it tonight. Well, yeah, I'll update it tonight. But I always like to have a little reel to accompany the playlist, but I will do it tonight. I've got so much to do. That Spotify stream is awesome. Oh, thank you, episode 13. I love it. Love it. Love it. Chuck a Pony Hunter vid out with a Pony Hunter himself. I was trying to link up with Safe this weekend, but he was a bit busy to do a really good Pony Hunter that we've had in the works for a while. So don't worry. Pony Hunter is going to come back. Just guys, give me an update if the music is a bit too loud. I know that everyone has different opinions on the music. Some people, just the existence of it, we're like, it's too loud. But it just gets me in the mode. Right. Now that we've got the pleasantries out the way, let's talk about a game that I really like and I've been looking forward to, and I started playing today because it's been a busy ass week and the world doesn't want me to do anything but just work. And it's a game called... It's a nice little game. You know what it's called? It's called bloody... It's called Replaced. And it's out right now. And here we go. Oh! I picked the right button. They just started playing it today. It's got decent reviews. Well, actually, has it? I don't know what its meta is like, but people who I've talked to said that they enjoyed it. And I'm just I want to check it right now on my phone. What's the Replaced Metacritic? No, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter because it's 76. 36 reviews, so a decent amount of reviews. It's not even exactly that high, but I really hope the developers, well, either way, I want the developers to do well, irrespective of the critical reception. But at the same time, with indies, you got to be a little bit. Naturally, you're like, all right, smaller team, you got to give them a little bit more love. But that doesn't mean that they escape the critical lens. And I've been really enjoying it. The game is actually really beautiful, I know like pixel art isn't for everyone, but look at it. Look at this shit. It's just really nice soundtrack. Even the combat. It's just a simple game. I feel like the way the premise of the game was, there's almost a desire that, you know, the visuals are so strong. I feel like they don't match up sometimes with the scope. Like I felt like, well, and I know this sounds weird, but I was like, maybe something deeper like Disco Elysium mixed with this combat would have been epic. But that's like because that's how strong the strength of the visuals are. But at the same time, you know, that would alienate a lot of people because Disco Elysium is certainly very niche. So been playing Replace, and it's a good game. And I wonder if any of you guys have played it. Xbox first? Yes, this is one of those rare games that's not on PlayStation, but it's on Xbox and PC. I'm sure it will land on PlayStation eventually, but it's a really good game. Really fun game. Oh, what have I done here? Oh shit! I'm going to show you my Steam. Why did my Steam page come up? That's weird. And Steam is the best. Or you're playing it on Steam? This is the only game this is the only game I'm playing. I've had to play on the Xbox app. Atrocious. I didn't realize I had my Game Pass sub running for the last 6 months because I wanted to test something out, and then I was like, fuck, I've paid Game Pass for no reason. So can I transfer the saves to the PC version and then play on Steam? Because I'm going to buy on Steam. Anyway, I need to cancel Game Pass. I swear to using the freaking Xbox app was rage-inducing. Good luck, Xbox, when you're trying to do this whole PC hybrid thing, because I cannot. And Steam is so nice for me. Steam is beautiful. Steam is so much more it's simplistic, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit. I love the minimal. It just works for me. I hate Xbox's store. Yeah, so the sad Game Pass running. I'm like, fuck. I've had Game Pass all this time. I was paying for it, the PC version only, and I need to cancel it. As you need to understand, I spend now over like 600-700 quid a month on just subscriptions, and this one just managed to launder itself through. I need to cancel that. But I will get it on Steam. Gaz, with the subs, man, you probably have like 2K worth of subs. Well, 600-700 quid now. Because I went for the expensive Claude one, the Pro version, and that's like 90 quid or something. I don't know what it is. I'm a slut when it comes to subscriptions. Just terrible for it. And I need to manage my affairs. I need help. Please help me. Help me. I need an intervention. Yeah. But yeah, this is on Game Pass, so play it. It's sick. It's a meme. It's a dang cheem. It's a schlank preem. The combat's really good as well in this. I think I have got footage of some combat. Well, oh my god, what have I done here? Yeah, it's just a really good game. So do check it out. It's a really good game. And I think it's worth. If it's on Game Pass, try it out. That's a good thing about Game Pass. You get to just try it out. The problem is it has been absolutely murked when it comes to the value proposition of it owing to the price hike, which is an excellent segue into the next topic. Yes. Xbox Game Pass. Is it the best value in gaming? Remember that line? It's almost expired now. You don't hear it anymore. The best value in gaming. Everyone's just saying the best value, and it was the best value in gaming by far. Nothing came close to Game Pass. Nothing came close. And remarkably, Candid Asha Sharma comes back and says it's too expensive. That is something that we all knew. but you know, what does that mean? It means Xbox Game Pass was making, after that price hike, you remember the freaking website to cancel the sub crashed. It was ridiculous. I will show you some tweets from peoples that were talking about it, but really it's quite indicative of just how bad they must have been bleeding subs. I'm telling you right now, they're not announcing their numbers, but they must have lost a shit ton of subs after that price hike. It became from best value in gaming to not really necessary at this point. And that is a massive, massive misstep from Microsoft, who I don't know what they were thinking. And Asha Sharma acknowledges that. By saying it's too expensive is basically saying we got murked. I reckon they lost about how many subs do you think they lost? How many millions of subscribers do you think they lost? I think they lost shit ton of subscribers. Shit ton of subscribers. Asha's had a good start. We'll see. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to pour cold water over Asha Sharma's early beginnings. I don't know how much you can do here, but so far she's made the right moves, and she said it in the right way. But I'm just reminded of the mistakes we all made initially the Xbox execs, when Phil Spencer had a lot more autonomy, he was saying the right things and he was pacifying people. He brought backwards compatibility back, and he was saying, and he did invest in first-party studios. Remember that. Don't let the stables hijack the narrative about that. That communication was a point where that was backed up. The bark was backed up by some sort of bite, and then afterwards the fangs start to get worn down, and then they started parroting the lines of the execs. Then it became a really just a bit of a shit show, I'm not gonna lie. Check out our good friend Neo GameSpark. He says, after almost 6 years, I cancelled my Game Pass membership once it hit $30 a month. $30 a month is a lot. It is a lot. With so much entertainment competing for my time, I didn't need another hefty subservice just sitting there milking my bank account. But if they revamp the tiers, I may reconsider. And yeah, this is where Asha Sharma says that it's become too expensive. And in an internal memo, she said she wants a better value equation. But what does that actually mean, chat? What does that actually mean? There have been rumors abound about what that means, and I think the reality is we're about to see Call of Duty leave the Game Pass sub. I think that one, I mean, well, it's still an egg on their face removing Call of Duty, but at the same time, would you rather let me do a poll, but I know what the answer is going to be. Pragmata we'll talk about in a bit. Yeah, man. Luke reached out to me and said, you need to check out Pragmata with path tracing. Is insane. And we need to talk about the PlayStation guys who are really going hard on the PSSR thing and thinking that this console competes with PC is so stupid. I don't know what they're doing. It's so embarrassing. And then a lot of the PC guys are arguing toe to toe with them. Like, why are you doing that? Makes no sense. Anyway, with Game Pass, what was I going to say? Should XGP Game Pass get rid of COD for a cheaper price? That's a weird, badly worded poll, as always, but let's see. I don't think there's much goodwill now with Call of Duty is the big mainstream title, and yes, you know, I don't think that it's brought in that many numbers. I still think Xbox Game Pass's marketing has been atrocious. Like, for a service that's supposed to be so disruptive, they haven't done anything in terms of even the marketing. People still out there, the filthy casuals, still don't know. I have to say, do you have Game Pass? Like, oh, what's that? They just think it's like the Xbox Gold, pay to play online, Just because who plays COD now? I remember a while ago when I was on Fonz's show and everyone was coming at me and I said, for what reason do you think Call of Duty will be a juggernaut forever? There's no title like that will stay a juggernaut forever. And this IP has been, and Activision had the same hubris when it came to like their Guitar Heroes and multiple other titles. Call of Duty is the same. And they need to be under pressure anyway, but I don't think, like, at the cost of the price, Call of Duty will most likely be removed from Game Pass. Do it, but make it cheaper. And also, more fundamentally, and this is the tier I would be interested in, consciously sub to, not unconsciously, unknowingly sub to, make a first party only Game Pass tier that's much cheaper. Like a really, really good value proposition. Say it's like, 9 quid or 10 quid or whatever. I don't even know what the current price is, but that kind of cheaper price point for the sub will get a lot more people danked on that. I think Call of Duty has been a juggernaut for decades more. Like Pokemon, it's dog water shit games, but still sell incredibly well. Jury's out for the next one. Call of Duty always goes through that cycle, man. So a lot of people are like, Game Pass is the reason why the quality's dwindled. I'm like, that's not the reason why Call of Duty has been doing this cycle for ages, for decades. We've seen it from the Ghosts to freaking Vanguard. It always happens. Multiple studios are working on Call of Duty. Sometimes they just shit it out, do the bare minimum. Then they realize, oh, we need to go back to our core and our strengths. And then they're freaking the team. You can tell when the team actually goes out their way to spend some time to think about how to make it better. But I'll be honest with you, they really need to seriously reconsider the whole thing. Problem is, they don't really have that much big competition other than other shooters in the space. Everyone was hoping Battlefield would be the one that would make the dank memes, but Battlefield hasn't been. It had a really strong start and it looked really positive, but the long-term proposition of it just dwindled, and it's really sad. It's because we needed, and it's a good game. It's a good game, but I haven't gone back to it for a while, and actually, thanks to Naruko for reminding me to watch this today. Battlefield has a really good roadmap now. They released a video a couple of days ago about what they're planning to do with it, and what the kind of content that people have been asking for. So they've been really listening in to the reception on this. I'll try and skip the video so you can have a look at it. But basically, we want a lot more. See, the water maps, Cairo Bazaar. They basically rejigged the old map, made it sick. They're catering for everything. You've got your close quarters maps, and you've also got your large maps. I think the big update for me is the you'll see it here. The season 4 map, which starts in July, and I don't know. The time is ticking for Battlefield, man. But I can see this having a resurgence when this big map comes out. You get naval warfare coming back again, which is brilliant, and they've got some classic maps. I forgot the name of the map, the classic one. This is a new one called Sururif, but they've also done a rejig of a classic map, and we needed more space in here as well. Look at that. Oh shit. Wake Island, that's it. Thank you. Wake Island is coming back. This is a classic Battlefield map. So whether or not this will actually make some memes, I don't know. But Battlefield desperately needs the player numbers. I actually should check. Let me check what Battlefield Steam charts. What do they say? It's interesting how this generation Steam charts have become really kind of used a lot to determine how a game is doing, and it speaks to the prevalence and the strength of PC gaming. Basically, how big it is, how mainstream it is, and that's, what can you say? Let me look at the charts. At the moment, it's got 54,000, which is not a bad number. I mean, that's now a lot of people are talking about the death of Marathon, and I really don't want that game to die. And that's one game I nervously look at the player numbers for. And so at 50,000, that's not bad. Well, but it's not Call of Duty numbers, I'll be honest with you. But then when you look at this, and Marathon's at 22,000, and 24-hour peak was at 25,000, it's hovering around there. And you know that this is most likely got to have a stronger player support on PC. I'm nervous about Marathon. It's going to be one of those games that I don't want to fail. I really don't want to fail. It reminds me of what I wanted with Titanfall 2, and it was a painful exercise because you start to, when you're in the player queues, and I played a lot of Titanfall 1 and 2, and the games got longer to find. the matchmaking was longer, and I was like, oh no, and then the same thing's happening with Marathon. I'm like, no, please. Multiplayer space is so freaking competitive. You can build a good game, but it's still not enough, man. You have to capture the zeitgeist at the right time in the right place, brev. What's up, Putty? You're missing Chelsea. I don't watch football. Football. This is a tune. Marathon needs a big update. If it's done right, it may bring back Beyond Life. Yes, Marathon definitely needs a big update, man, to save itself. But yeah, ultimately, Game Pass, so we go back to Game Pass, it also needs an update to save itself. I think it's a lot more critical. I think a lot of people would be surprised, not like surprised, but shocked at the number of subs they most likely have bled as a result. They're still committed to Game Pass. She's saying it's very expensive. A lot of people are saying they're just going to crater it. And the whole thing about, but is it sustainable? They're still backing it. They're still backing it. They made big missteps when it comes to the service. Big missteps in terms of how they're marketing it. They're still failing with that. And they really need to reignite the fire there. A first-party only subscription tier. Too many tiers anyway. It's just freaking annoying. But a Game Pass only subscription tier would be sick. And if you made it, and they have to, I don't know how they're going to reconcile this. They're going PC, right? The next Xbox is a PC thing. You can market this as like just drop the pay-to-play online stuff. You need to be disruptive. You need to be disruptive. And whether or not Xbox has the testicles to do it remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. Xbox needs to do something desperately, in my opinion, to be relevant. And a lot of people are like, oh, they're third-party publisher, they're okay to coast on, software sales, this and that. And I'm like, bruv, which leads me to the next topic, which is a topic that's burning in everyone's throats. Exclusives. What is going on? What's going on here? Why am I observing? Huh? Why am I observing a lot of U-turns from the narratives of a lot of people? People love this is an Xbox thing. They said, oh, stop gatekeeping exclusives. Stop gatekeeping games. Xbox is smart. This is 4D, quadruple D chess, blah, blah, blah. At one point, when they made a PlayStation capitulate, seemingly by them going third party, I was like, okay, maybe we were wrong. But Sony, smart. They went back and said, fuck it. We're not making enough money from it. Well, we don't know yet. But assuming Jason Schreier is right, PlayStation said, nah, let's just pay back our single player support on PC and focus on our device. And it's the smart play. I don't know why they would even consider doing it when, for them, Sony gaming is everything. But now we're hearing rumblings that Xbox are considering, and I'll be honest with you, I have a very specific take of where the reality actually is with this case. But it's important that they realize, and I spoke to, we had Jeff, we had Jess Gordon on last week talking about it. But this is coming from Jez and by Insider Gaming. Xbox is having very big discussions about exclusivity, it is claimed. Could Xbox be rethinking its policy on exclusives when it comes to first-party games? That's what Windows Central said, Jez has said. He talked about Call of Duty. You know what? How I said they were thinking about adjusting Game Pass? There are very, very, very big discussions about exclusivity stuff going on. I think they do recognize the value. It's just about what kind of company you want to be at the end of the day. Do you want to be an ecosystem company first, or do you want to be a publishing company first? What's going on? What's going on? Huh? Exclusives! Oh, you guys care now? You ostracized me. You molesticized me. You said, shut up, guys. Stop talking about exclusives. Just get over it. Xbox is playing 4D chess. Stop gatekeeping. exclusives are antiquated. I've got an AMD graphics card. I'm a twat. But I'll keep chatting about Xbox exclusives. Yeah. Listen. How many people from the PC crowd who just talked about exclusives, lack of exclusives, and they don't give a shit about competition, blah, 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 blah. Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Of course, so many of the PC guys were crying about, they don't understand. They will completely ignore the history behind the landscape that basically formed the gaming space. So they were getting their hard on thinking about how exclusivity was disappearing and not realizing what exclusivity has done for the space, what these platform holders, the energy they bring in this space. And your Jez's company is right. Do you want to be an ecosystem company or publishing company first? I said this last week. You cannot. If Xbox has so short-sighted that they and people are like, oh, do you want the studios to die? Do you want their games to fail? Listen, Microsoft's $1 trillion company. You sitting there crying about, but it's still a business. Every freaking shitty decision that they make, you back it and swallow it up. But now you want to freaking go, have your little violin. Like, oh, it's good for gaming, yeah. But secretly, all these guys on the Xbox podcast, they want exclusives back. But they just want to save face. The Parasocial crew. Oh yeah, it's good. Why are you gatekeeping it? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's stupid. And now we're hearing it. Do I think Xbox will do it though? Do I think Xbox has the testicles to do it? And the answer to that is no. I don't think Xbox will do it. I think what Xbox might do is because they're not committed to day and date on PlayStation just yet, but conveniently with things that align with the launch of the next Xbox, they might be more minded to try and make sure, well, they have to when they have a marketing strategy, should suggest that, you want to make sure that the next console or hybrid that you're revealing has to have some sort of bluster. You start releasing these games at the same time as on PlayStation, it kills the hype. People are like, well, just get on PlayStation. So the Xbox is between a rock and a hard place. It's finally had a taste and the flavor of PlayStation money. Despite all the PlayStation fanboys saying that they don't give a shit about Xbox games, they really care about Xbox games. Right now, one of the most serial hardcore PlayStation fanboys, J-Dub, is playing Microsoft Flight Simulator on his PlayStation. And so many PlayStation guys really went out of their way to support Forza Horizon. Apparently, well, I don't know, that's a linear analytical. I don't really trust their numbers really after some of the weird reporting and the metrics that they utilize. But what's apparently it's how many millions have they sold of Forza Horizon? I just don't think it's that much to sacrifice the long-term gain. This is a short-term play from Xbox. They don't get it. They just don't get it. That means either they don't have the appetite to really back their brand, and I don't think they have that much faith. Like, they get so much pressure from Satya and all this, we need to make it, and Amy Hood and all of them, it needs to be a viable business. We have to make sure that the numbers make sense. Yes. And then Phil Spencer comes out and says, it doesn't matter even if you release a big game, it's not going to change the fucking thing. I'm like, of course it isn't going to change. One singular game is not going to change anything. You spent the entirety of last gen just flopping, and now you're thinking, oh no, yeah, if Starfield was a massive hit, it won't change the fate of anything. No shit. What do you mean? What goodwill did you build in the brand? You can't sit out an entire generation, completely shit the entire generation. You shat it. Name me the killer apps in the Xbox One generation, and they'll be like singular figures. Not even that. And then what? So how can you build a narrative? You have to. Now you're a publishing powerhouse. Xbox has so many studios And this is the funny thing. If you have the renegade spirit and actually realize what the long-term play is, and you have the ferocity to back your bark, you would go exclusives because you know, like, okay, we have Elder Scrolls, we are Microsoft, or we are Xbox, and we have the whole suite of first-person shooters, Western RPGs. We've got so much shit. That's what they would be saying. And they should be saying, well, fuck it, let's just go here. How much money are they actually making, though? Other than Forza Horizon, maybe Doom? I don't think that the numbers justify the dilution of the brand. But again, I say it's untenable that I just don't see Xbox going back to exclusives, but I'm hearing random stuff about that. Look, everything is fluid. If it wasn't for Xbox, I would Sega to come back and bring back exclusives. I am very, 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 very strong proponent of exclusives. I think it will change the energy in the space so much. It would be, and when I say exclusives, I'm not saying that PC will go. There's no way. The next console's a freaking PC hybrid. So how you can? Some people are like, well, if it's true exclusives, they need to remove PC games as well. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Shout out to Epic Treasure. Thank you so much for the gifted membership that 187 received. Yeah. Drive by. Let me do a poll. I swear to God, if you guys piss me off with the results of this, should Xbox go back to exclusives? Go back to exclusives. Oh, I should say, do you think Xbox? No, actually, should. No. Do you think Xbox will go back to exclusives? Let's see. So many podcasts and stuff went out and did a U-turn on this. They swallowed the stuff. They just said, you know, exclusivity disappearing is great, blah, 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 blah. And they came at me for saying it's just nonsense. How on earth? Go on any video on Xbox now. Look, I'll show you. Let me show you just how crazy it is. Xbox, Matt Booty came out this week and did an interview, talked about how collegiate the different studios are. They're working together, and it's actually really nice to see. You know, we've been hammering for ages. We talked about, you know, how good would it be when if Xbox went back to, I've got it here. They did it on their podcast. If you go on this podcast and you see the comments, all you'll see is the top comments of this video. For example, bring back exclusives, bring back exclusives, bring back exclusives. Top comments are bring back exclusives. Because people, what's the strength of the brand if you don't bring it? You don't have any real identity. Anyway, this is a video by Matt Booty.
At Brian Fargo's studio in exile, working on Clockwork Revolution.
These guys is what we've talked about for a while, that we wanted the studios to work. You know, why is Xbox the focus of so much attention from the PlayStation podcast? Almost wholly talk about Xbox. Everyone really talks about Xbox, despite the fact that it fumbles all the time. Why is Xbox always in the conversation? Because it's just a fascinating premiership from this company that had a meteoric rise in the 360 gen. Disrupted stuff from the original Xbox, managed to land something called Halo that just changed everything, led the way with online gameplay on consoles and with achievements, blah, blah, blah. And then they keep fumbling about. But they're still quite young in terms of the space. Like, that's why you're like, we follow it so strongly. You're like, oh, it would be really nice. In 2018, they start buying all these studios. And then you're like, okay, imagine what these studios could do if they started working together, because they've got such mad talent. So you got id Software. Everyone's like, get them to work on Halo. id Software should work on Halo. And now we also talked about tech sharing. Imagine if this, you know, the water physics and the Sea of Thieves was used for another game and blah, blah, blah. And we've been talking about it for ages. But right now we're starting to see that it's actually come to like maturity. Like, they're really the student. Like, listen to it.
They're able to benefit from all of the really technical work that they're doing up at the Coalition. And there's other examples. We've got the Blizzard Cinematics team helping out on Fable.
Blizzard Cinematic team are the best of the best. They're the best of the best. I always use their cinematics for a reason. Everyone who knows Blizzard cinematics team, they're wicked. And them working on Fable, amazing.
Got our studio in Montreal, Compulsion Games, using the Activision mocap studio. We've got...
See, mocap is another big one. So Ninja Theory as well is another big one. They have a really good mocap studio. So now, you know, the different studios starting to... So now you're going to get that kind of quality in terms of, well, across the board. Well, Compulsion Games still have a lot to prove, in my opinion, but safe.
I think the team at Rare, with a lot of multiplayer experience, working on Sea of Thieves, helping out Double Fine.
Which is interesting, because Rare hasn't done anything for ages. Safe.
And Kiln, the pottery game. So there's a lot of examples of that. You know, one, maybe just to sort of show a more complicated round trip, you had State of Decay 2, which had some pretty sophisticated technology for doing saving shared worlds and how you sort of save this persistent state.
Which is, again, funny, because State of Decay 2 had that awful tethering shit, you know, and that was awful. But they had to use a lot of stuff so you have that persistent stuff and you leave it because it was a shared world.
And the team at Obsidian, which is a really small team that built Grounded, took that tech to use in Grounded, but then the people at Obsidian kind of added to it, and now it's gone first circle back to Undead Labs to be in State of Decay 3. So that's...
Which is interesting, because now State of Decay 3 doesn't have that tethering bullshit, so that's nice. So you're starting to see, and it goes on for a while. There's quite a lot of examples here. I'll just read it out here for you guys. King and Mojang, I don't give a shit. Obsidian, we talked about that now. Minecraft in-game stuff. I think we've covered everything. But yeah, so that's really good. So, I mean, we've been talking about it for a while. It's good to see Xbox studios start to mature to the point where these studios start to share tech. Should give you some good examples of it. And yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, that doesn't necessarily guarantee that they're going to be bangers, but it's just a specific point about the teams are starting to work on it. Now, what is what is freaking the issue with Halo Studios? Someone needs to help them. Someone needs to help Halo Studios, because Halo has been an absolute shit show under 343, which is what Halo Studios is now, just a different name. And I'm sorry, I should have saved all of this stuff. When Pierre Hintze and his team were appointed, and I just said there's no guarantee for success. You guys are just giving them a lot of credit because they fixed the Master Chief Collection and they fixed some of the roadmap of Halo Infinite. But building a new game, blah blah blah, it's not great. And then we hear that the leadership is absolute ass, and I'm vindicated again. Son of Vision, thank you so much for the 5. Didn't you see the graph that got released a few days ago? Of all the games released on PlayStation, only Forza made over 1 million sales. It's not worth it. If someone can tag me on Twitter with that graph, it would be really helpful, because I have seen that graph. I don't know who made that number. If it's Alania Analytica or whatever, I just side-eyed them based on the manner in which I see them getting used all the time, but I just question their metrics and calculation methods. So that's why I really err on the side of caution with them, and I know I don't use them. So, but if that's the case, that's terrible. What's up, Senzu? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't know. 343 is a shit show. 343 is a shit show. It's absolutely atrocious what they were. What's happened with Halo? Prove me wrong. I would happily love to be wrong. Oh, we got Fonzarelli in here. All right, chat. We're gonna make some memes. How smoothly am I going to? Oh, let me put my camera in so you can see my face. Oh shit. Must have got this camera. So, Fonz, wait for me. I will make the memes. It'll be interesting to chop it up with Fonz on this whole point as well, actually. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put the music up a little bit, because Discord was gonna start pausing it. Anyway, Captain Chats, you're a lovely sexual person. I'm gonna put that on the screen. Well, shout out to Captain Chats. Everyone's give him a nice little hug and a star for bringing up that graphics. It might be bullshit though. Elenia Analytica, I don't trust it. I'll be honest with you. But if that, then it's not out of the realm of possibility that those are the kind of numbers we're seeing. Fonz, I'm just plugging in the camera so you can see my face. And we're about to make some memes. and I'm gonna invite Fonzarelli. It's gonna be the smoothest transition in my life. Oh, Fonzarelli! 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 I gotta hear you! God, hear you. Hey, you. Hey, you. Altitude is killing itself. I didn't even know altitude was on.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? All right.
Yes.
We are in. We're in the Matrix. We're plugged in.
Oh shit. Get the name tags right. Oh god. I've got my face. What's going on here? Let me turn the camera on. That should fix things. Yes. What the
There it
flip?
is.
For some reason,
Boom.
I've got two versions of me. Let me figure that out, yeah? Why am
Figure it out.
Why am I appearing twice? Oh, there he is. Oh, shit. Ah, we sorted it. We sorted it, chat. We sorted it. Let's go that.
No. All right.
Oh,
Whoa. Yeah.
all right.
See ya.
It's going to use this camera, but I'm thinking it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. How you doing, Fonz? You good?
Doing great. Doing awesome. Doing fantastic. Everything's going good, man.
Thanks for joining us, man. I was in the midst of talking about what is going on with Xbox and the exclusivity, and it's really handy because we've got I don't know if you can see it on the stream, but we've got Captain Chats brought up this graphic, which again, our massive disclaimer again, I don't know if Alania analytics numbers are on point, but I don't feel like these numbers are beyond. They're not that out there. Apparently on PlayStation, Starfield has sold 140,000, which is weird in 1 week. Outer Worlds 2 has sold 160k total. Flight Sim has sold 245,000, and Ninja Gaiden has sold 257,000. Avowed sold a measly 54k. Age of Empires 4 52k, and South of Midnight 16k.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these are
Sounds about right.
It does sound right, though, doesn't it? It doesn't seem like it's out of the realm of possibility. Fonzarelli, talk to me. A lot of people are now. You've seen the chatter. Jess Corden was saying that basically there's some very fierce discussions about whether or not Xbox will bring back exclusives. I am on squarely the position of I cannot see it happening, other than some maybe timed exclusivity that may coincide with the release of the next console. But what do you think? One, what do you think will happen? And two, what do you think Xbox should do in this space?
I personally, so I'm going to go to the second part. Look, I would like to see them compete again on that exclusive level, because I think it was obviously sort of a mistake for them, especially considering how many consoles they sold after they decided to put their games on PlayStation. People just stopped buying consoles from them. And there's another part to it too. It's not just the fact that they don't have exclusivity. It's also the fact that most of their games, a lot of people out there have this notion that they just suck or they're just mid. And they, even when the game isn't a terrible game, like for me, I really like Outer Worlds 2. I had a blast playing that game. I think it was better than the first in almost all areas except for a couple, but that's besides the point. I thought it was a really good game. However, there's this stigma around Xbox games that I've talked about here last time I was on your show, where people just feel like they're not as good as some other competitors. And outside of things like Forza Horizon, Forza Horizon will sell well across the board. But as you've seen, even Starfield's not selling so good on PlayStation. And one of the big reasons for that is the fact that got a really bad take from a lot of people that didn't even play the game. They just automatically said, that game's mid. And so many casuals just jumped on that and said, yeah, it's a mid game. I'm not buying it. And it's like, they won't even give them a shot. And right now there's some discourse around even Elder Scrolls 6 and the possibility of that game being kind of overlooked because of certain games that are out now, dare I say Crimson Desert, things like that have put a different spin on the open world genre. They've got so much packed into this particular game that a lot of people are asking, why do we need it?
What the hell was that?
I didn't mean to do that. That was oh man. Why do we need an Elder Scrolls 6, you know? And look, I'm not as hyped for Elder Scrolls 6 because of Starfield, because of what was lacking a bit in that game. And of course, that's the exploration. You know, we've talked about this before, you and I. I thought it was a great game. I had a good time with it, but I think that they just kind of oversold it on the exploration aspect, and it just didn't hit in that regard.
Yeah.
But if they would have just concentrated on 10 planets and didn't have this, you know, procedural worlds happening for 1,000, I think it would have been much, much better.
I agree with you.
It would have been much better received.
Definitely.
And a lot of people are kind of looking at also the fact that some of it felt a bit dated in the game. Like there were some aspects about the game that they were like, this creation engine needs work. It needs to get better. And I think they just hold that over to Elder Scrolls 6 as well. I myself do it. I'm sitting here like concerned about Elder Scrolls 6 because of the creation engine and because of other games kind of excelling in this open world genre, RPG, if you will.
Yeah.
So we, you know, there's things there. But as for Xbox getting back into exclusivity, I believe what you said earlier. I think they'll do it on a case-by-case basis, and it will be timed. I don't think it's going to be completely exclusive, you know, these games, if they do happen to do that.
I just don't see that they've opened Pandora's box, that they'll close it again. And I think, you know, the beginning it will be convenient because their development timelines may not permit. Because, you know, later on they may have started Gears of War Eden, maybe development a little bit later on, and then the PlayStation version will come out later after the fact. And so then people will be like, oh, right, okay. You know, and it suits them with the launch of the next gen console coming in where they can just stagger it. And that's, I mean, I don't even know if Xbox will do even that, because to me, it's very clear that Xbox just want to, their user base isn't that strong. And it would take a very bold move from Asha Sharma. I think for Xbox to do that, she would have to fight Satya Nadella. But Satya Nadella basically hired her, put her in the place, and I don't think she has that kind of fight. And I think it'll be an uphill battle.
Here's the thing. I'm glad you brought up Asha, because I said this on my show the other day. And no, this is not me glazing Xbox at all, people. But I will say, from what I'm hearing from her and what I've seen her do so far, I think that they're better off going with Asha instead of Sarah and Phil, the way we were, you know, that road we were headed down before. It just seems like she's kind of doing more right now and trying to do more.
Yeah.
Now, actions speak louder than words. I got to see more action from her, but so far, I like that she got rid of the, you know, this is an Xbox campaign. I thought, you know, we both thought that was kind of silly. We made a lot of fun of that behind the scenes too.
Understatement.
But I mean, if you just look at her attitude and the fact that you have this young person that's got fresh eyes on the company, I think she's noticing a lot. Like the fact that she even brought up Game Pass and the price point at all is something of a miracle for Xbox, because honestly, if the other two were still at the helm, I don't think we would have seen anybody go back and revisit any of this stuff. I don't think they would revisit the price structure at all. I think they were content with it. And it was ludicrous because I'll say it again, people, I've said it many times. $30 is just too much for this subscription service.
Yeah.
Just way too much.
Way too much.
So I do see a lot of things that she's trying to get right, and I applaud her for that. I hope she does. Again, actions speak louder. I want to see her do more. But I think she's saying a lot of the right things so far. And this is not a knock on Phil per se. Don't get me wrong, people. I think Phil, the last couple of years, for what I've been told, is Phil kind of just was in that, I'm about to retire mode.
Yeah.
And I again, anytime you put a fresh new pair of eyes in there that actually look for things like this and they're speaking about, it's a good idea. I think it so far, I think it's doing well for them.
Absolutely. I think she's. I mean, speaking is one thing. At the end of the day, she will be judged for her comment and her ability to back those words. So
Yes.
obviously, it's easy to have. This is the honeymoon period for Asha Sharma in terms of the statements she's saying, and a lot of things are lining up with the Xbox's roadmap. They've got really good, like Gears of War.
Paris.
Paris in the chat. It's Parasocial.
It's Parasocial. Yeah. I've never even talked to Asha before, Paris. Like, she doesn't follow me. Phil never followed me, so I had none of that going on. But at the end of the day, this whole Parasocial thing, I think it's blown out of proportion for sure. But there was some of that going on with certain content creators. But yeah, of course, it was blown out of proportion as well.
Tom Henderson was telling me about the way some of the Parasocial stuff was happening, and I was like, oh my god, it was so lame. I mean, look, I get it, people are fans of stuff and all that, but
yeah,
it's
like
so,
celebrities to them. Yeah,
it's so lame. These are not gaming execs as well, and I think it's just
I know. Like, I'll just say that I'm not going to name any name, but shout out to Web Dave. I'll name that name because he was one of the guys. There was this one moment I remember last year during FanFest at a specific lobby everybody likes to hang out at. As soon as Phil and Sarah come in, you see a group of men just go swarming them, just walking so fast towards them. And I remember looking over at Web Dave, and Web Dave looks at me and he goes, I ain't doing that. And I said, thank you, Dave. Exactly. Let them live. Let them live in peace.
Shout out to Web Dave, man.
Shout out to Web Dave.
Kept it real. He's a big, massive Xbox fan, but even still, he thought I'd draw the line at running off towards to sign off. I still make fun of John from Xbox Era or whatever they're called now, because what are they called now? I forgot. But John,
Day one.
Yeah. And when we was at Gamescom, I still rinsed him. I'm like, you lined up for about a good 2 hours because they had a book, so they were getting the Xbox book that they were selling. But at the same time, I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm waiting. I'm not even, bruv. He needs to come up to see me, bruv. Like, what? He's an exec. He's selling the game. Why am I rushing out? Oh, Phil, thank you for all the broken promises. Yeah. Thank you. Exclusives no more.
It's not.
No, it's
and I hate to, I don't mean to like point at people and be like, that's kind of ridiculous. But
it is ridiculous.
Again, at the same time, when these execs, they have lives too. They're coming down there to have a coffee or talk to some people. I don't think they want to be rushed every time they're seen.
Some of them
that's
might
just
love
my outlook on it.
They might love it. They might just love the attention.
They might love it. I don't know, but it's again. Looking over at Web Dave, I'm like, this is crazy, right? And he's like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. It was so good. It was so funny. Dave, you remember when that happened? It was hilarious.
Man. They loved it. They have a WhatsApp group. They just follow each other. Like, we're there. This is updating each other. This is where things are. It's just like, look, I get it. Look, you might think Gaz and Fonz, you guys are being dickheads. We love this stuff and we follow it really good. And, we're really passionate about it. That's absolutely fine. But we're entitled to think that's fucking weird behavior, bruv. And I feel like when you're inclined that way, then your coverage... Like, I met Aaron Greenberg at Gamescom, and I was joking about with him, but I had my pony hat.
But see, there's a difference with people like Aaron, people like Jason Ronald even. He'll come over to you.
Yeah.
He's really about meeting people and, talking to Xbox fanatics and stuff. Yeah, I mean,
Aaron Greenberg came up to me. Yeah, he was like, hey, guys. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm surprised you know who I am. Because of course, he goes, of course I know who you are. He said, I wish I could say the things you say, but carry on keeping our feet to the fire, holding our feet to the fire. I don't know whether or not that's true or not, but it was nice of him to say. But when I had the pony,
it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
they do peek in from time to time in various shows. Like they do.
Yeah,
they hear. They see clips.
That's true. I think they have to keep their ear on the ground as well. He wouldn't. I had my pony mask. I'm like, can you step on it? He's like, I can't do that. I put that posted up on Twitter. He was a fun guy. But generally, I think Asha Sharma is now. You've got people really going into Asha Sharma. They really love the whole thing. Look at Paris. It's true. Oh fucking Paris! But you know. Paris does know them on a level. Paris is one of those who doesn't just go rush out.
Paris is different though. Paris is very chill at those things.
Yeah. I saw Paris. He was super chill. He came out with us instead of going to that. He went to that meeting and said, "Yeah, it was nice," and then he came out to us and we had dinner. And Paris is not like that. Paris is chill. Yeah. Paris is cool.
No, he's real chill.
He's on a level.
People come up to Paris all the time. They're like, "Oh, Paris, so good to meet you." You know.
And I'll say Cognito. Cognito is like he's very like he's into the source, really, like everything. Any game dev, meeting all publishers, he has his business hat on, and he's so active, it's ridiculous. It's not parasocial. He's just going out there grinding.
Oh, Cognito's all about making that content.
Yeah,
which
connections,
go for it.
Networking.
He should be
Perfect.
King as well. King as well.
Yeah, King as well. King, absolutely. Those guys have got their head screwed on right when it comes to the whole networking. They treat it like a business. They've got an LLC.
Yes.
And so that's different to a bunch of like guys who just absolutely worship these execs. But Asha Sharma is going to start to feel a little bit of that love coming her way.
Man.
And
I hope, please, people, like, I'm going to see you guys out there. You know, we'll break bread and stuff, but please leave Asha alone. Don't rush her every chance you possibly get. Like, let her live. Let her live.
Let her live. Bro, Asha Sharma, you know, she's also a very pretty lady as well, so you're going to get the Xbox guys doubling down on just making sure they're being creepy. Hopefully not. But, you know, Asha Sharma's also, she's you know what, I even though, look, I feel like I'm hesitant to give her credit, but I shouldn't be. I should really assess her based on what she's done. And so far, she's just said stuff other than cancel the Xbox. This is an Xbox ad. Even though, let's be honest, in reality...
Yeah, Paris said it. Asha's going to be rushed. Yeah, I know. I know, Paris. I feel so bad. Because, I mean, she'll probably welcome it. Don't get me wrong. She seems like a nice person. But there's got to be a certain point where you're like, okay, can people just back off a bit? Like, I mean, I guess they expect that in their, you know, positions, though, when they're out and about.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is in terms of people actually loving up people. You never change that. People evangelize certain people, or they look up to people.
BT Maverick said, I'm going to rush Asha. BT, you will be out there, and you'll be one of those guys doing that fast walk. It's not a run. It's like this little fast walk. They're like, oh, my God, there's Phil Spencer.
Oh, bro, I saw that.
Oh, man. It's like,
so
dude, relax.
So lame.
Let the man have his tea and crumpets or whatever the hell he's doing right there.
I saw that when Jason Ronald was there delivering the thing on GDC, and I just like, bro, I just like, Tom, please, let's just go. Tom was just turned around. Thank God the Insider Gaming crew don't give a shit about that.
You didn't run over there, huh?
No, I didn't even go up to speed. I just went the opposite way. I'm like, look. I'm not a journalist per se.
There's nothing wrong with, you know, like if he's there to talk to people and you walk up trying to learn things. There's nothing wrong with that.
I agree with you, but I will say, like, a part of Insider Gaming, there's also an element of, look, I get it, I'm a personal troll, and I'm very extroverted. I love to meet people and talk to people. I even messaged Jason Ronald, like, if you want to grab a drink or something, we can have just chat about stuff, but not rushing people up.
There's a difference between like what you saw with Jason. Jason was there to talk to the people after the show. That's different. Now, I'm talking about when these people are just trying to sit and have a drink and they're talking amongst each other executives and stuff. And then you got guys, 40-year-old men just freaking sashaying over there, you know? It's just like, let them live.
Let me say one thing. PlayStation guys will make fun of this, but if PlayStation guys actually...
They would do it too.
Of course they would.
I don't want to hear that.
Of course they would.
Dude, look.
One thing, if they have to leave the house, they don't leave their houses. So that's the one thing.
It's funny. They'll make fun of FanFest in general. Even take the parasocial stuff away. Let's say the execs didn't even show up there. Let's say you were just, in there. You get some swag. You go watch the show. You leave. You know what? They would do the same thing. But they make fun of that aspect too. Oh, look at all these Xbots getting together to have a watch party. They used to do the same shit. It was called the Sony PlayStation Experience or something back in the day. I think it was like PlayStation
Oh, right. I
Experience.
didn't know
believe
that.
that's what they call it. Paris might know. They used to do this kind of stuff for their fans.
Of course they would. They would. They throw him a bone and they would worship. They worship Mark Cerny. They would absolutely lick Herman Hulst's chin if he said something. You know. Well, actually, I don't know if they like Herman Hulst because of the whole killing Blue Point. Oh no, they forgot about that, and I think they've just now. They love him now because
I almost want to do
exclusives.
like a documentary of the J-Dub lobby. You know, I'll be staying there anyway. So like just do a whole narrative documentary on this, you know, get Paris to narrate as well.
Tom's actually
just
considering
do a
doing a
documentary on the just chaos that goes on at the J-Dub lobbies. It's crazy.
Oh man, they're you know, Cullen Prime said they're just jealous. There is an element, I will be honest, of jealousy with the PlayStation guys because they get annoyed. They get annoyed when people get coverage of stuff. I will be honest, I found the Xbox sweaters and the gift basket really kind of really cheese. I know Paris was posting it to piss people off. I thought it was cheesy as fuck.
See, okay.
Oh, hi.
So
thank you, Ashley. You signed my name. I found it cheesy as fuck.
Here's a couple of things. Right? I could see both sides of the coin here. I understand that you can look at that and go, man, it's cringe that they're giving certain content creators this stuff. And it's like, because you feel like certain content creators are just doing more work for them for free, you know?
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's the point for these businesses.
Yeah.
They want these content creators to show off this stuff and to be hype for the brand. And I get it. Like, I get it from their perspective. Hey, these are the people out there that make a lot of noise that a lot of even casuals see from time to time. And if we push this helix now, we get the ball rolling, this will be nothing but help in the long run. And I get that. It's business. But I see the other side of the coin too, from the aspect of it could be kind of cringe or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, it's business for them, man.
I get the business element of it, and you know, Epic Treasure mentions that it's kind of it's a shame how little PlayStation has a connection with their community, but the PlayStation community just shills for free, and any little element.
But the PlayStation community, they'll buy PlayStation Nikes for $200. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay for it.
They'll buy a
but they'll
G-string
make fun of you for getting it for free. It makes no sense. Like honestly, at the end of the day, it's jealousy. We know that to be like a lot of this stuff where people are like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they're getting stuff." It's because they're jealous. Like it's painfully obvious.
It's so obvious. Some of these people, you've seen them when the execs have come on their shows from PlayStation, Sony execs, and they've just execs, alumni even, and they're just like waxing lyrical. Oh yeah, hello Sean, and it's just like, okay, well, you know, different from them. And then I know for a fact some of these losers would absolutely suck off PlayStation execs 100%, but they don't give them the time of the day because even the PlayStation execs look at them and think they're fucking weird.
No, but that's the way you view it, because you see certain people, you're like, oh, that guy sucks off Microsoft all the time. No wonder he got that box. Wow, cringe. But there's very many other content creators that don't, and they got that box.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like, you know, it's business for them. Okay.
Paris says I want to wear that hoodie just to piss them off.
Best believe if they gave me a free Helix hoodie, I'm going to be wearing it. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, but it's just the fooling of like, oh, Asha signed this. Thank you so much, Asha. Like some people could do it, you know, like that's fine. But I don't know. I just find it weird. I felt like when I was at GDC, part of Inside the Game, we can't really do that. What's funny is I saw Christopher Dring.
I'll take any free swag. You know me. I was Mr. IGN 2 years ago.
Christopher Dring.
They gave me free swag. I wore it.
I saw Christopher Dring at GDC, and he was lined up at the Xbox booth where they had the old classic Xbox stuff, and he was lining up for Xbox swag. And I was like, I could so tweet this right now, and then you're like, yo, look at Christopher Drake, he's just lighting up, he loves Xbox freebie stuff, but he shits on them. Well, I wasn't a dick, although I've kind of just let out the truth. But yeah, you know, look, it's a balance. I get it, what it is. I just felt like, oh my God, this is so lame. I felt it was lame, and I felt like you've got
Paris, as you should, brother, as you should wear that.
I'm wearing the Hulu's hoodie next week at the Fonz Horizon event in Tokyo. And look, it's different. The way you do it is different. But at the same time, you're going to Tokyo again and you're doing coverage for Forza Horizon 6. That's amazing. You get to fly out and get to do all that stuff. But it's a balance that they need to strike. But the content creators that do that, they play with fire. I genuinely believe that in the manner in which they do it. Some people are, they're known shills and they'll go ahead and do that. Some people are accused of being shills like Paris, but Paris can say the opposite of something. Paris, your clips have been doing the rounds about the exclusivity point lately. I mentioned it to Paris. I'm like, holy shit, they just took that bit where he was basically talking about the Xbox console, and they just they'll clip it, the sad people that they are, and I'm sure there's more context to it. But generally though, I will say, but not directed at Paris, but there's other people who really were defending Xbox's U-turn. They just parrot whatever tune Xbox sings, they will echo that. Yeah. And that is the point I don't like. And that there are, well, me and they'll fight with you if you have a dissenting opinion of what Xbox is doing, no matter what, even if they do a total 180. And you then they'll be like joining you. Oh yeah, this is what they should have done. You're totally right. Like, yeah, Xbox did it, so yeah, it's good. There's a lot of people like that, but I don't pay those people too much mind anymore. Like, I used to argue a lot with people on Twitter and stuff. I just don't. It's just I've grown out of that the last couple of years. Like, I don't need that BS. It's ridiculous. I mean, at the moment, I feel like I'm massively vindicated while watching the very same people like going out there trying to retrofit their arguments about exclusivity, because genuinely you are aligning with whatever the marching orders of your platform is doing, and you're just justifying it, and I just don't like that. And now everyone is talking about it, and now it's very clear. I'm sorry, it's very clear. The moment you got a glimpse of a potential that Xbox might U-turn on exclusives, and then Jess Corden talks about what's going on here, people are like, yes, let's go back. Let's go back to get exclusives. The top comment on every the Matt Booty interview was, bring back exclusives, bring back exclusives. Why? Because your identity is tied to it. And, a lot of people may not agree with that point, but I just think ultimately Xbox has to do. If Xbox wants to be something in the space, and look, I'm sure
it's something that you and I, so you and I talk pretty much daily. And so we've been talking about exclusivity for a while. And at one point I used to argue with you all the time. Like, no, I don't think it's that important. It's the importance of it has waned so much. Like, they don't need everything to be exclusive. But the last year I've been changing my mind on that and telling you, hey, I think you're right, and we had this talk months ago before any of this stuff, came out from Xbox or anything. I just changed my mind on it because I started looking at everything and going, man, it really has made an impact on Xbox's console sales, like extremely, like it's hurt them so bad.
And the perception of it. Why would you want to buy an Xbox?
And the perception. And then and again, you have to look, a lot of people aren't going to like this, but I'm going to kind of reiterate, but I've been saying this for a while. I said it the last time I was on your show too, and people, Xbox guys don't like it when I say this, but I think what Mike Ibarra said the other day is 100% right. I think they need to focus on making great games.
Okay. Mike Ibarra is a very
I think they need to focus on making games that do appeal to a broader audience. I've stated that for many months.
What did he say?
Because I believe that. I've said that for a year now. Like, I've been saying that they need to just focus on making some fantastic new IP, not just your Halo, Gears, and Forzas. You need some new IP. That's why with Fable, I really hope Fable stands strong on its own. I hope it really does well, because even though this is an established franchise, it's kind of something new, because a lot of the gamers today probably haven't even played the original Fables. And also, it's such a refreshing, like, revamp of the game. So hopefully it does really well, because that's what they need. They need new IP that honestly appeal to a lot of people and sell at the end of the day. If you're going to put this on other consoles with, where sales matter, you got to sell those games. Because I look at Xbox and I'm like, they've gotten to the point where Game Pass is everything for them. And it's kind of changed a lot of Xbox's perception, their fan base, in how they consume games. They don't necessarily buy many games anymore. They just consume them through Game Pass, which is, look, that's their thing. I understand why you do it. But at the end of the day, they got to understand that they've also completely changed their mindset on the value proposition of these games, on the value of these games alone, because you're telling me that these games, they're okay enough to put in a 30 million, subscription service, subscriber service. And they're just that good enough, but they're not good enough to buy or, because that's the mindset. People have changed. They've decided not to buy games anymore. They've just decided to use Game Pass. I mean, you've got people like Doc Dark in here that'll tell you Game Pass is such a great value. I use Game Pass all the time. When it comes to Xbox, that's what he's doing. That's what most people are doing on Xbox. They're not buying games. And
shout out Doc Dark. Good to see you.
And that's the thing, though. Not only their consoles have stagnated sales, but also Game Pass subscriptions have stagnated. So where do you grow outside of that? I understand that's why they try to put games on other platforms and sell them.
Yeah.
That makes sense if those games didn't have that stigma around them of being mid games.
Yeah.
That is their problem. They need to concentrate on making some games that appeal to more people. Because
this is the tweet I think you're alluding to, and I think I agree largely. He says, in my opinion, I don't know what the deleted post was, but he replied, he goes, the focus is on the wrong thing, if this is even a reality, which I question. They need to figure out how they continue to fail to make great epic games. The studios who should be pumping out 90 rated games regularly, consistently. Making good games has to be the #1 goal, and something's very broken with that capability at Xbox. With great games comes a much easier decision on platform strategy and ultimately a positive and growing profit and loss.
Yeah.
And I think he's right there. I think this is why when we keep saying, look, the one game, we keep moving the goalpost shifts to the next game because Starfield didn't hit the 90, and I thought that was that was a misstep. Like the Xbox desperately needed that 90 plus. Forza Horizon 6 looks good. It's still a racer, and I get it. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just a racer. But it still speaks to the value of it. The Forza Horizon 3 Forza Horizon 5, is the last game that hit 90 plus meta. But are they just a one-trick pony with their racers can only get those 90 plus? That's why there's a lot of pressure on Fable to do that. We had some rumors suggesting, and this is now another thing. So Fable needs to kind of hit that bar. I really think it really should hit that bar. I think that a lot of people like to bemoan what Metacritic does, and I get it. It's a nuanced topic because I know Metacritic isn't the be all and end all of stuff. Like
it's not.
It's like if you were enjoying Crimson Desert, and where's Crimson Desert now?
78.
78K, yeah. So it's like same. I think it's replaced, and and I've had Callisto Protocol. I love that game, and that's around about then, I think. And I thought that was a brilliant game. So it's not obviously, it doesn't, it's not gospel, but at the same time, you can't ignore it. I also saw in the Xbox store that they had the game being shown and the meta score being shown for the game. So they've integrated into their UI, and I'm like, oh wow, that's interesting, bold for Xbox to do. I think Xbox generally have good quality now. Their quality has been generally really good, like as their publishers get into speed. You had Doom that done really well, and Avowed has done scored.
I know, but if Game Pass isn't growing because of that good quality, or they're not selling games on other platforms, what do? It's that stigma. I'm telling you, there's a stigma around Xbox games, whether you think they're quality or not, whether they are or not.
No, but I think the distinction.
Most people out there are just like, oh, ew, brother, I'm not playing Xbox games.
I think that's a bit strong in terms of how people have a distaste towards Xbox games. I think more the reality aligns with, oh, okay, it's not like, oh, that's an Xbox game. Like, with PlayStation exclusives come out, they have a much more solid track record in terms of their big hitters, right? Permeating and penetrating the 90 Metascore thing. You had Spider-Man 2, which I don't really haven't played
But
yet.
again, it's that mindset too. You got to understand, even for, you know, most gamers out there, they automatically think, oh, PlayStation, they have better games.
Yeah,
no matter what.
But that's as a result of Xbox
how do you
shitting
change
out
that
an entire
mindset?
generation.
Yeah, I know, but that is the biggest crutch of the issue here. How does Asha get around that?
Well, this is where I agree with you that they need to have a lot more 90-plus bangers. I think that's the only way that changes.
Yeah. I think Fabled needs to really hit the mark.
Yeah.
And then you need to have other, and this is not saying that they're not going to do it and they can't do it. No, I think a lot of their studios are very capable. Aside from Halo Studios, they fucking suck.
Yeah.
Anyways, I didn't say that. Anyways, I've been saying that for years. Remember we used to argue about 343?
Yeah.
I used to tell you they were terrible and you were like, no, they're not. And I'm like,
No, I said I didn't write off Halo Infinite. This is before Halo Infinite even came out, and I said, look, they did some bits right, they were wrong, and then I had to come out and say, you know what? Actually, you're right. Halo that you said 343 are terrible, and I said that's not necessarily the case. I was wrong. You were right. 343 just seemed to be just shit. I mean, I'm not saying that the team and are shit. It's the leadership that's shit.
I don't even want to get into the weeds on Halo Studios because, again, I've talked to death about that for many years. But the rest of their studios, there's a lot of good studios. You got the freaking Coalition. You got Playground Games. You got freaking Bethesda can do so much better. Like, I really think they have some great studios. I mean, and they do better. They have games like Doom that always do really well.
I mean, they've got id Software, they've got Machine Games, they've got all these studios that are really good. Even like
which I think Halo should go to id Software. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree
they can do a fantastic game with that.
I agree.
A lot of people disagree, but
no, but I agree with you generally on the point about the Xbox quality mark. I think this year looks remarkably strong. I think it will be a shame if Xbox doesn't penetrate that 90 mark with Fable. I think that's important. I think Gears of War coming out this year is insane. I don't know how that's the case. I'm still in disbelief that Gears of War, and it's getting a 30-minute deep dive, and it's just gameplay. And you know, Matt Booty talked about it as well. And going into it. This week, we also heard from Jez that a thing that I have been talking about for ages, that freaking thing needs to Gears of War. I talk about ever since Gears of War 1. As soon as I played Gears of War 2, the fatigue set in, and I was like, oh, it's the same, like the same guns. They didn't have the impact. I was like, I immediately felt like they could take it to another level, and it lost the weight. I know a lot of people say Gears of War 2 and 3 were their more favorite ones. For me, Gears of War 1 was. But I'm not saying I hate Gears of War. I really enjoyed Gears of War. I feel like the potential for Gears is very high, but I'm not a Gears guy as a result of Gears not really evolving like it should. But they've said all the right things in this week. One of the things I said about, for instance, it might seem like a minor point, but I was talking about how the chainsaw was one of the things I said. They slow things down, and don't make the chainsaw just just a little QTE. It's not a Sony game. Jess Gordon saying that they've evolved the gameplay formula. So like Melee, oh my god, fuck off. Sorry, ad blocks coming up. Like Melee would be more of a thing, but more. Like Melee would be more of a thing, more chainsaw, but more dynamic chainsaw, not just scripted events. So there's a chainsaw animation. It's badly quoted, but yeah, that kind of weight and stuff. I really want Gears to evolve, and it looks like it's going to evolve. And the kind of game that you want Xbox to smash out, this is the year where it could. Fable's one of those. Forza is going to be another one. You can't just discard it because it's a racing game.
Forza Horizon is definitely going to do numbers, especially because it's already been announced for PlayStation. Oh man, if they sold a 5-year-old game, I mean millions over there, they're going to sell a brand new Forza Horizon.
Absolutely,
very well over there.
Yeah, so. Shout out to 150 people. Smash the like button. Smash it. Smash it. Where's the music? That's fucking dead because fucking Discord likes to mute it even though I'm playing music. Anyway.
And that's the other part of the equation too when we talk about possibility of exclusives returning for Xbox. They're also looking at that money too. They're like, well, Forza's doing numbers over there. Do we really want to take that away?
Yeah.
And and again, that's why I think it'll be a case by case basis.
Yeah.
And who knows, like with the way E-Day looks, that might sell really well over there. Just because Reloaded didn't sell a freaking, 20-something-year-old game that just, is kind of revamped, it doesn't mean that E-Day is not going to sell. E-Day looks incredible. One thing I love what they did with E-Day over, you're talking about how the guns and everything look improved, or the slowing down of the chainsaws and stuff. For me, it's just the overall tone.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going back to that horror element. And I know they've always had a bit of that, even through 5, but it just wasn't there like it was in the first one.
Nah.
And the locust seems scary as hell in this one again. Like that sense of just that tenseness, that edge of your seatness of that trailer that they showed just a couple of years ago, that freaking blew me away, man. Being there in the audience and seeing that and feeling the energy in the room, people were so excited after that trailer.
Yeah,
because it was incredible.
It's rare to see an Xbox game evoke that kind of emotion, and it speaks to the value of the Gears as an IP and its ability to do what you're talking about. Really,
so I'm not really worried about E-Day. I'm not worried about the Coalition. They're a great studio.
Yeah, they're a great studio. I'm not worried, but I want it to be what I specifically feel like Gears needs to do.
You want it to smash it out. Yeah, you want it to freaking get that 90+ meta, sell like crazy, do well.
None of those.
None
of that,
no?
Actually.
No?
I don't give a shit about how it sells, or it's. I do.
You don't care how well it does? I do.
No,
I want to see these games actually freaking numbers.
What I mean is more primarily when you're talking about what my main concern is that, look, if it hits 95 meta and sells really well, but the game formula is very conservative to what I have, I will be disappointed, because I feel like in terms of the game as an IP, the ceiling is really high, and I feel like in terms of how you can evolve it, I have an idea in my brain. Everything that they've said that they're going to do with this game is basically what I've been talking about for years. And even Cliff Bleszinski came out and echoed those statements. And he said he got goosebumps thinking about, how that lone locust was making it so difficult for Marcus to fight. He cited that as an example. And I said, look, these are ugly, freaking crazy creatures that don't deserve to just be relegated to being cannon fodder. So slow it down, make it sick. I really
100%.
wanted to do that, and I feel like it could. I can't. Everything they say on paper is fine, but I've been burnt. I've been in this space for a long time that it might not manifest itself in that way. So that's what I primarily care about. But of course, I want the game to do well, and the whole point that we were talking about is about hitting it. Every game has to hit the 90+ meta, and of course, so I wouldn't do a U-turn on that for no reason. But what I'm saying is, in terms of my priorities, I want the game to be great and to evolve. I just want it to evolve. But I'm not. But if it does do that, Fonz, and you've got Forza Horizon smashes out. It's in Japan. It's coming out next month. There's videos I've been watching right now of people sharing how good it looks, and I was very critical of it. I was like, I don't know if this is going to be, visual. It didn't impress me in some bits, but then I watched it with the 4K, footage of the game, and I was like, oh shit, you know what? That's freaking the starting race. It looks great. So Forza Horizon 6 smashes it. Then you get Gears of War, whenever that's being released, comes out and smashes it, and Fable also smashes it. You've changed that perception. The very thing that you talked about.
Yeah.
Now you've turned it on its head. Now. What happens then, Fonz? What if Forza Horizon hits 90? What if Gears hits 90? What if Fable hits 90? Will that be enough for you to change the perception, or do you think that will be enough to change the perception of Xbox?
I think it would definitely start for many people. I think they would start to see them a little bit differently. Like they'd sit up a bit and be like, "Hey," and they've got this new Fable IP that's done really well too. So you not only have the Gears and Forza, but you've got a newer IP. But I think they would definitely need more of new IP. And I think here's the thing. I think we will see that. Like, I think even this June, I think we might see something new from them that looks really big and good. I don't think it's just what we know is already coming. I'm sure there's some unannounced stuff that they'll show that'll get people excited. And that's the kind of stuff that I'm really excited to see from them. I want to see what they have that's unannounced, personally, because I already know what's coming. I already know what I'm going to like from them and what I'm hoping to like, because I really hope that Fable speaks to me here. I really hope that game is really good, because I want to play it. And Gears ED, I'm not worried about it. I know I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love the game.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon is not really my bag, but that's just me. You know, I'm not a racing fan, but it looks great. And it looks even better in this 4K stuff you're showing here than it did when we first saw it.
No, bro, you need to watch
the
initial
still
drive
30 frames, or is that in 60, by the way? Because I
60 frames.
A lot of people... Okay, good. Because a lot of people were showing it, I guess the footage they got to show was all 30, like a month ago or a few weeks ago. Yeah.
No, it's definitely...
It was like Series X, best foot forward, you know, high quality graphics, 30 frames.
Yeah, no.
So you haven't even seen the gameplay from the PC side.
That's the crazy part. I'm playing this with maxed out with ray tracing on. It's going to be fucking insane. I mean, I've got it here right now, and it looks beautiful. Look, I wanted a generational update on it, but then the last game looks so beautiful, and it's just like, look, it looks great anyway. With the ray tracing or the stuff on some of the environments are insane. This game just looks beautiful. And Japan, I can't see it not being successful. But you know, I've talked about what Forza Horizon in Japan needs to do, and it can't just slap out. And I suspect it will be this anyway. But slap a load of icons everywhere, because that's what Forza Horizon is. It's almost like a Ubisoft formula of racing games, but it's so much fun to play that, you know, it's one of those games that I kick myself for not 100% completing any of them. I get close to them and I just don't do it. But this one, I didn't play that much of the last game, but this one, the setting is just so much more intriguing to me.
Looks really good. Yeah, it looks really good. Even on your stream through the compression, it looks really good.
Yeah, but wait till you see some of the other freaking levels in there. It's just the biome changes, then you've got snow, then you've got some aerial bits with the cloud. It just looks beautiful. You'll see it here. The game, like, Playground Games are so talented. They've got 2 big titles coming out in the 1 year, and they're completely different. One's a racer, one's a freaking RPG that is a classic title that's taken over someone else's IP on, and looks beautiful.
What I mentioned earlier about when we're talking about just Xbox, when it comes to, like, say, Elder Scrolls 6, and how some people are kind of having that conversation now about, like, you know, these games coming from Korea, China, just really taking over a lot of these genres and just making the, you know, because it's not just about Xbox, it's PlayStation 2. I mean, you've got games that are coming out that, you know, rival a lot of what they do. And so I mean, you got Phantom Blade coming out. It's another Chinese game.
That's one of my
and I can't wait for that game. And that game comes out just 6 days before Wolverine.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, it's not just Xbox that has to deal with this stuff. You've got a whole bunch of players in the game coming from overseas that are doing their thing. And these Western developers just need to do better. It's not just Xbox, it's PlayStation. It's a lot of these different Western developers. It's all publishers.
And I love that competition between the East and the West. I think it's starting to tie. I know we have this long conversation about, you know, game design by committee in the West, and, you know, all the game design has been dictated by bollocks, whereas with the East or Far East Asia, they don't give a shit about that, and they just focus on the craft, and that has enabled them to really bridge the gap and really exceed in many ways. You're starting to see regions that we'd never seen before, like South Korea and China. That's a relatively recent phenomenon where these guys are coming out there and producing some dankness. So it's great. And when you take, and you know,
it's awesome. Yeah, and this is amazing. This is the kind of stuff that I want to see all of these publishers push even more. Their developers. I want to see these development studios just do even more, because it's coming. It's coming from overseas now. They're doing the most. And I want to see the everybody push each other. That's what competition's all about. And yeah, like, dude, I want to see what's best for all of these studios. I'm not talking crap just about, you know, Xbox or whatever. I want to see the best out of all these studios from all these companies.
Yeah.
That's it. At the end of the day, I'm the gamer. I'm the consumer. I want more great games, damn it. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's all it's about for us.
You know, absolutely it is.
I don't care who it's from. It could have a big Xbox Studios label on it. It could have PlayStation Studios. It could have Steam. Valve. I don't care. Like, just give me a great game. That's all I want.
Absolutely. And then it's the environment that fosters that kind of stuff, the competition that fosters that stuff. And it goes back to why we want platform like exclusives, because it galvanizes parties to start really going out there. Because if PlayStation has no real incentive to build games that are not really available in its ecosystem, like Western RPGs or first-person shooters like Doom and stuff, it can sit back and rely on Call of Duty and Doom and all these games coming out there anyway, because PlayStation is the brand name. It's like Kellogg's is there. It's the brand name in the console space. If Xbox were to change that would fundamentally re-energize the industry. Where like, all right, this remember, they're still a $1 trillion company. I care, yeah, it's a business, blah blah blah. But if they've got all the everything that we've been talking about, everything that Xbox fans have been dying to see Xbox do, which is invest in their studios, build all of that up, and finally have that stuff, and this year represents it. And it's such a shame that they capitulated at the peak moment. That's the biggest irony behind all of this, that they capitulated when everything was set up for them. And that's why they should be, in my opinion, from hardcore fans, that instead of running up there doing this shuffle to sock off the execs at the JW Marriott or wherever you guys meet up, you need to fucking make sure that you hold them to account that, you know, really, if you guys were, evangelizing the brand and are demanding this and that, it's actually egregious that Xbox used you during the ABK stuff and then completely left you to dry as they catered for PlayStation. And not only that, coincided with their big updates for those games when their PlayStation games released.
Well, Gaz, they were doing this because they were setting up themselves to be everywhere. They were setting themselves up to kill the console eventually. That's where the play was going with them. They were setting everyone up for PC style gaming, and then, hey, you know what? No more console for us the next generation. You guys can move to PC or buy our games on PlayStation or Switch 2, Switch 3, whatever it may be. But that's where I really feel they were going. And now with Asha in there, I can't tell you that that's going to be the case, because Asha is kind of, looking at everything now. And when she came out and said that she's trying to push the console first, that isn't like,
in order to push the console
directly showing that, she's doing something different from.
She's saying the right things, but Fonz,
it's how it plays out. We have to see what she does.
Yeah.
To actually make this work.
Yeah. Can
she do it? I don't know. It's a tall task, but
it is a tall task. It was actually shocked me.
It's obvious to me they needed new leadership. Obvious now.
I
completely obvious.
I think it's actually incredible, really, how people start to realize what's going on. Phil Spencer did great. Like, he saved Xbox. He will always get that credit. That's a huge thing. You don't get to just like gloss over that. That's big. But ultimately, clearly his energy waned, and it is what it is. Like, the energy waned. He got physically older. He had to do this big battle. That's a $70 billion deal that he had to withstand, and all that pressure and scrutiny that came with it. And now Asha Sharma, he was like so relieved, just take it on. I don't want to fucking deal with it. I want to play some games, and that's fair enough. But at the same time, it's funny because Satya Nadella espouses how he actually. He's enthused about how he actually regrets Xbox were very quick to abandon the Zune and the music space and abandon the Windows Phone and all of that. Like, if you recognize Xbox's swift exit in that space, there should be an element of you having that pride in your company and your brand, in the gaming brand, because it's still in a unique, strong position where so many people have so much passion for it. Microsoft is a fucking faceless corporation, a $1 trillion company that no one gives a shit about in terms of its actual identity as a brand. It's fucking useless. And I'm sorry, even in the space that it's good at, it has everything. It controls everything. We are all on Windows. We are all on Outlook. We're all in the Office suite. That's what it is. It has a monopoly on this space, and it has no brand identity. But the Xbox thing, where Asha Sharma says, "I wanted to have the renegade spirit," saying those words specifically will set off the Xbox guys who know about the history of this brand, because that renegade spirit gave birth to this little island within Microsoft. Microsoft is this big faceless corp, but within it was this Xbox. Xbox has its own identity. It had this, and they carved it out. So it wasn't just supporting an offshoot of a $1 trillion company that's Microsoft. It was its own thing. And people want that to be coming back because it benefits gaming as a whole. Because we need to bring that back. So if Asha as the ex-AI bod, and this is where my mind's like, okay, ex-AI bod comes in, doesn't really know anything about gaming, and she's going to bring the changes, and she's saying the right things. Well, how is she going to execute it? She's going to bring back any conversation from an Xbox exec with Satya Nadella about bringing back exclusives is going to be a very difficult one when you've got AMA Hood and the numbers people in there.
I have to add something, though. I personally don't think timed exclusives work. I think that if they do exclusives, it's got to be complete exclusive.
Yeah,
a complete exclusivity. Because, look,
it's a halfway house. It's
I
not even
really do
it's a
believe
compromise,
that if you have a platform in this gaming space, I don't think you survive without exclusives.
Yeah.
Because every platform out there has exclusives. People have this notion that like, oh, PC gaming doesn't have yes, they do. Epic has Fortnite, one of the biggest money-making freaking games ever, makes $5 billion a year. Okay, if they didn't have that, they would not have that platform. But they keep that exclusive because that's a money maker for them. That's massive. Like now, of course, again, it goes out to other consoles and stuff. I'm not saying that, but on PC itself, they would not be able to compete with Steam if it wasn't for their exclusives in the.
I mean, they wouldn't even survive Steam. They're just about hovering around to survival, but because of Fortnite, without it, they wouldn't even exist. Really.
Exactly, and I believe that. I think every platform within the gaming space needs their exclusives.
Absolutely, they do. You know, like. A lot of people keep saying that this is just console war fodder, and that you just want the brands to fight, and it's I'm sorry, but it's just not the right mindset behind it. It's not
about fight. Yeah, people always do that. Oh, you just want a console war. I don't give a shit about console war. I care about competition because competition breeds innovation.
Yep.
That's it.
Absolutely. I mean, you know it does. If say, for instance, Xbox became exclusive and their games didn't come out on PlayStation, and you have one of the strongest years in gaming. I know it's not happening. They've already announced the PlayStation versions, but Gears of War, Fable, and Forza, all just available on PC and just Xbox consoles, and you got a next console coming out. People will take notice. And
think about this, Gaz. Think about this. You know how PlayStation folks always say, and they're right about this, by the way, they only concentrate on the one console. So their games perform very well on that one platform. Xbox, they do PC and freaking console. Now with this Helix, they're basically going to be doing PC games. That's it.
Yeah.
Why spend the R&D or the port, for the port process to go over to PlayStation? Take that equation out. You don't have to deal with that nonsense because look, they've already had some issues with games crashing and everything over there, like with Starfield lately. It's because they have to deal with another porting process, different platform. If they just concentrate on their own, you have a much more refined product. Yep. And I think that's better for them in the long run.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I've said this all the time. I've just said that, ultimately, PlayStation with PlayStation not making PC games for their single player, catering for PC for their single player games. What do you think was going to happen to the quality of the PlayStation games? Are they going to get worse or are they going to get better? They don't have to focus on a multitude of different configurations for PC. They only have one set of, they have multiple SKUs, PS5, PS5 Pro, but that's it. Obviously, they're going to have more time to optimize for the PlayStation. And yeah, I get it, PC, whatever. But for a fact that just common sense dictates that by them not having to cater for a myriad of different configurations, they're going to just be streamlining their single player games to match their quality. And that's why I support PlayStation in what they're doing, because they're taking care of their console user base first. That's why I bought a Pro. And I know Saros is going to run really well. And I know that PlayStation's general quality control has been great. So they don't have to worry about PC. And when Xbox does the same thing like you're saying, they don't have to factor in, You know, the reason why Forza Horizon 6 isn't even out on PlayStation day one is because they don't have the resources just yet to port that over. So that in itself should tell you that this stuff takes time and money. It costs time and money. Now take away that time and money and focus on just your okay. Already your market slightly different in that Xbox has to cater for PC, and when you start catering for a multitude of different configurations, it'll be a lot more easier to port for PlayStation, I imagine. Just by
well, let me
virtue of
ask you this though. Like, this is what I tell people a lot when they talk about how, like, oh no, it doesn't matter if they don't have exclusives. It won't do anything different for them. And I ask them one simple question. Let's say, Gaz, name me an Xbox game that you love or franchise that you love.
Okay, Fable.
Okay, so Fable. Okay, Fable is exclusive to the Helix.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy a Helix because you love that franchise?
Bro,
most people is a resounding yes.
Yeah,
like,
I bought a PS5 Pro. Do you know why I bought it? Because of Saros, which is a very niche game. I want to buy
bro. And they won't do this. They're not going to take games off of PC. Okay, I know that. So that's not happening. But let's say they did, and they said, "Hey, you can't play Gears E-Day unless you have a Helix." Guess what I'm fucking doing?
Of course,
I'm buying a Helix.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm buying a fucking Helix. Like, a lot of gamers would do the same.
Yeah.
If they really want to play a fucking game, they'll buy the console.
Yes, and I get it. People will be like, "Oh yeah, it's good for you to say. Not everyone can afford it." Blah blah blah. But look, gaming is a luxury. Look, let's be real about that.
Look, it may take me time to buy because I'm not rich like that, but I'm just saying, like, you can stack away some cash here and there to buy a console if you want. No, I'm just saying this. The fact that you can buy a console at all, if you love a franchise, if you love a game, or if you just want to play something that looks really cool to you and you need to play it, you're going to buy that console. You're not going to sit there and go, "Oh no, I would never. I'll just wait, you know, and maybe play it one day when it does go on something else years down the line." They're not doing that. Most people aren't doing that.
I think, look, you're talking about a creative space, and people want to talk about gaming as an art form, and I don't want the art form to be compromised as a result of decisions that you know ultimately just take away from it. I know for a fact that competition is one of the foremost things that will make sure that people get their act together. And I take on the point of board. People are like, "Well, everything is competing with everything anyway." I'm like, that's fine, but when you have platform holders really in this very competitive space now galvanized to compete on a one-on-one level, we've seen it, man. Freaking Forza wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for that competition.
Somebody tried that logic with me, though, by the way, Gaz. So somebody just was arguing with me the other day in my comment section, and they said, "Fonz, well, if you're really into exclusivity, what if you were told that GTA 6 was exclusive to the Switch too?" You know what I told them? As shitty as that is, I guess I'm buying a Switch too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's how much I want to play the fucking game.
Yeah.
That's just the type of gamer I am. Like, I'm going to buy whatever I have to play whatever I want to play. Of course, if I could afford it at that time or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, I'm going to go out and try to get whatever it is I want to get my hands on to play. I'm not going to let anybody stop me or tell me, "You shouldn't play on that console. You shouldn't play," like, or any of this fanboy console war nonsense. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm truly about the games. Like, and I think a lot of people out there are. I think despite your loyalty to a certain brand, if you really wanted to play a game over on PlayStation, you'd buy a PlayStation if it was stuck there.
Yeah.
You would.
A lot of people would. And you have to, look, we've lived through the environment when it was the 360 gen. We saw where, you know, when they were competing, the whole PlayStation first party thing really came to fruition as a result of the competition that Xbox 360 presented to them. They didn't even have that first party stable, and look how positively it impacted PlayStation, its perception of it as a brand, and what games it generated as a result. And that's why, look, Nintendo and PlayStation are doing it. So why does the third place player that has repeatedly lost the last two successive generations with the head of the Xbox actually admitting that we lost the worst generation as a result, blah, blah, blah. He just literally come out and said it. He's lost it. Why should we then take the convenient reframing of the loser as the gospel, and I don't. This is where that's where the truth is. And now Xbox guys are now so quick to. They gave them a little bit of hope, and Ash has given them hope, and that's what it is, hope. And that's what I think that's the title of my video, hope. They're so happy about it. Now, Xbox gamers who really cared about the brand, in my opinion, should be very loud and vocal about the importance of exclusivity. Make it known, even though it's very look. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's because Xbox guys have and the in the small whatever social media they say they're negligible, blah blah blah. No, it's not, but because I believe it really does cascade down to everyone, the sentiments of core gamers. But if it wasn't for so many people just sucking off whatever Xbox did, I think we would have seen a change. But ultimately, it is what it is. Look, we're gonna have this conversation for a while. It is the thing that is holding back Xbox.
You know what I think happened though? I think what happened is at one time, even though I think it started to stagnate, I think Game Pass was kind of hitting certain numbers where they were really happy and content with. Yeah. And then when they threw in that $30 price tag, I think a lot of people left the ultimate service. No, I think a lot of people left.
A lot.
Millions.
Yeah, millions. Yeah. I would say millions have left.
Yes. And so I think that's what kind of steered them the other way or caused Asha to come in here and look at things differently and go, hey, maybe the price structure isn't right. But
no, it's not maybe, it's a definitely. When she came out and said that it's too expensive, it means millions left. I'm telling you, a lot of millions left.
But at the same time, the reason why they did that was because of the last two CODs and the fact that they lost almost $1 billion with those two on sales. They left it on the table.
We were talking about this before you joined the show, and should they leave? Should they? I think it's a no-brainer, but they should get rid of COD in the service. No.
Well, I before any of this conversation stuff happened, I've had Tim Dog on my show months ago, and he was talking about this stuff and how he's heard that Activision was even told that the next COD probably wouldn't be in Game Pass. And I was talking about this out in the open on my show for a while. Now, look, I'm not so sure that that's exactly going to happen that way. I think they might restructure some things and do different tiers. But I think that most of your day ones outside of COD should definitely still be there at a cheaper price. If they do remove COD, for sure it should be cheaper. And I know you had Jez on last week. He agreed with me too. He was saying the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was because of COD, and if they do remove it, it should be cheaper. And here's the funny part, Gaz. You know that some of the guys in the community that defend Xbox to no end?
Yeah.
These same people are still defending, saying, no, why should they decrease the price? It's fine at 30, even if they remove COD. I don't care about COD.
Oh my God.
You guys are just too much. Like they're already starting that just in case they don't decrease the price. They could be like, I'm happy with it. I don't have a problem with it. Like, dude, they upped the price because of COD. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about here? They remove it. Yes, it should adjust accordingly. I don't know what they're, dude, I don't know what these people are smoking, but it's not right.
They'll take an egg on the face for COD, coming off the service, but at the same time,
they could have a service where they remove cloud, keep COD, maybe even reduce the price just a little bit, because cloud is not cheap. Hargeet stresses this all the time. He's convinced that cloud has increased that price to a specific degree that it's just too much for how many people actually use it. And I think I'm in agreement with him. If it's really a costly thing, why have cloud in every tier? Why not remove cloud?
My only concern with this kind of stuff is that they've got so many tiers, it gets a little bit convoluted. And I just the messaging already is really kind of vague.
Yeah,
for
I
the
see that too.
for the masses. Like they still haven't permeated the masses. I'm sorry, but the Netflix of games, like I mean, they have a collaboration with Netflix. Part of my theory is that they get to say that because that in itself would be really good messaging. It's like the Netflix of games, but the mom and dad and your regular parents or the masses don't know about Game Pass still to this day.
Yeah.
Obviously that price hike just made it even worse, and now you have to go back. It's such an uphill battle. Xbox keeps undoing itself, even though Game Pass was what really was the best value in gaming as a subscription service. It was incredible, and then you killed it by putting a price hike in. You need to have a thorough revision. Xbox needs some major changes, and those changes are coming with Xbox Game Pass. Asha Sharma has literally told you it's too expensive.
Yeah, I just don't know exactly how they're going to be changing.
Other than removing COD and having the Xbox first party only tier, I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, and then like adding
Prices,
the extra stuff like the Ubisoft thing that
I don't give a
isn't
shit
really
about that.
day ones.
The Fortnite
and like
stuff.
the Fortnite.
No one cares.
That needs to go. There's no reason to have that because I'm sure that's an extra couple of bucks there.
Yeah,
no
one cares about that shit. Get rid of that shit, man.
Exactly.
No one cares. No one cares about that shit. Who's used it? Like, let me add it.
I've heard some Xbox guys try to say they use it all the time. I love everything they've added. I use it all the time. Fortnite crew, me and my kids use it all the time. I'm like, bro, come on.
I mean, okay, fine that they may use it. Let me say, have you used the Fortnite? Is the Fortnite Ubisoft shit and Fortnite crew on Xbox Game Pass? Let me ask them.
One Pump Man, yes, I did say that. I would buy a Switch too. If GTA 6 was exclusive to that platform, yes, I would buy one.
Yeah.
100%. As shitty as that would be, that they would do that to me, Rockstar, I would still do it because I want to play GTA 6.
Bro, you're doing it with console already because they're not releasing on PC day one, and you'll probably buy two games.
I have a PS5 Pro because I still play exclusives on console and a 4090 that I prefer to play on. But if you pull something off the 4090 and put it on a console, I'm going to get that console.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's just the way I roll. I don't know.
No, you're right. Smash the like button, people, if you think Xbox is a flex box. I don't know what that means. But
oh my God, you sounded totally like Colt Eastwood right there.
Oh, I was making some words up there.
The flex box.
The flex box. There will be a flex box with that price tag. I imagine it will be like $1,500 or some shit. I think it's gonna be expensive as fuck. But if it's good quality and you start, I like that. If you told me the way the industries works, if you told me the younger guys, hey, Xbox is going to release this like hybrid beast device, and it's catering for the hardcore with its price point, I'd be like, fucking yes, do it. The only problem is exclusivity strategy. That's the thing that's completely undoing the scope of Xbox to become something more than just another third-party publisher that's just meandering and surviving.
Yeah.
And Microsoft need to recognize that they're sitting on a gold mine in terms of long-term. If they have any kind of creative vision, and again, I'm pessimistic. I don't think they'll do a U-turn. I know it'll be most likely timed exclusive. Maybe, not even that. And, I don't expect them more for them. But the burden is on them to discharge. I feel like I would be stupid to have faith in Xbox at this point to do right. They always, if they're anything, you can guarantee the rake stepping is like night and day. It will happen. It's like death and taxes. It's guaranteed.
Dude, did you see the disingenuous conversations going on Twitter? People were upset at Xbox because they didn't put a PlayStation logo on the Metro 2039 showcase. They just showed their own logos, and I'm like, well, this is exactly what PlayStation has done forever.
Wait, they were annoyed that Xbox...
Yes, there was people annoyed by it on Twitter, and they were arguing with people like, why are they doing this? Why are they being disingenuous and just showing their own logo? That we know it's coming out for PlayStation. I'm like, are you not self-aware? Do you not understand that the company you've been championing for years has done this strategy forever? And we've been saying that Xbox should do the same.
Bro, like logos is a logo. I'll be honest with you.
It's ridiculous.
When Jeff Keighley was allowed to announce the Xbox, the PlayStation version of Indiana Jones, but the game hadn't even come out for Xbox, that was seen as a massive L. Massive L. So this is basically an extension of that. PlayStation doesn't show Xbox's logos, but Xbox rushed out their way to show the PlayStation logos, which is lame.
And they haven't done that forever. I mean, I remember even with the PS4, they were doing that with Destiny. And people thought that Destiny was exclusive to PS4 because of the marketing deal they had with them, and they never showed an Xbox logo.
Absolutely. I mean, look, the masses don't... Look, they are... I made a post about this. PlayStation are so conniving with the way they show the PlayStation exclusive. I remember a post good years ago where they basically laundered, but it looked like they were PlayStation exclusives. And Xbox... Yeah.
There are so many casuals out there who saw that Metro 2039 thing and honestly think it's just on Xbox.
Yeah, no.
Which is a play for these businesses. And it's so fucking, it's stupid to cry about it. It's like, Sony has done it forever.
I'm glad I didn't see that shit, but that's so lame. I didn't see the, in fact, it's the first time ever now. I've never played the Metro games. So I've not played, I've never seen the trailer.
Metro, the last Metro was really good.
I need to play that because it looks amazing.
When it came out on the One X, man, it was so freaking beautiful. I remember just playing through that game just in awe of that, just the way it looked.
I wonder if this one looks incredible too. As well.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it yet. So I know a lot of people are really hyped about it.
Put up the trailer.
It's playing right now. It's a CGI trailer. Okay. I don't know if there's any gameplay in this, but
no, I saw gameplay. Not in the. Maybe it wasn't the trailer. It was the stuff they were showing at the very end.
Okay, maybe it might show up in a sec
of the showcase. It was gameplay.
Got a CGI cutscene playing here. It looks pretty dark. There's always been a really dark game. I wonder if it has ray tracing in this game. Chat, if you let me know if it has ray tracing or better yet, path tracing support, because the game's always looked really good, really dark. I feel like it's a game that I would really like.
Imagine if you had like talking about the logo thing. Imagine if you had a little store, right?
Yeah.
And you were selling a product that was sold everywhere, but maybe it's a brand new product. Maybe not a lot of people know. You're not going to be advertising Joe's Smack and Shack, and they sell it too. You know, you're not going to be putting that out there with this product. Like you're going to say you can get this anywhere, guys. It's not just here. Like I get why these businesses do it. It's just. It was the conversation that I saw between some PlayStation guys and Xbox guys. I was like, you guys are really mad that Xbox did the same thing that Sony's been doing forever.
Oh my!
It's so odd to me.
It's just sad. It's how much money do companies pay just for marketing rights? They're just marketing it to make people think it's associated with that platform. Sony and everyone's creaming themselves over the prospect of PlayStation, which will most likely get the marketing deal for Rockstar's game, GTA 6. You think people would pay millions upon millions upon millions?
BT's not wrong. There was casuals about PlayStations thinking that Hogwarts Legacy was just exclusive to the platform.
Absolutely.
Because of the marketing deals. It happens.
I have these conversations all the time with like, you know, the casuals. They'll say, oh, is it on Xbox as well? I saw a trailer on it. I thought it was just a PlayStation game. It happens all the freaking time. I see that argument all the time, and Xbox has to drop the whole Kumbaya act, because you can see that it's just so counterintuitive to not only their own platform, but it's also the perception of it. And you know, it's working for the other two players are not doing it. So why on earth would you? So dumb.
Same thing. Sony still buys. They still money hat third parties. They tried to money hat Crimson Desert.
Oh, they did.
They tried to money hat that game.
Yeah.
Imagine if they had.
Holy shit! This game looks amazing.
Doesn't it? It looks freaking incredible.
What the fuck? This game looks insane. That's got to be PC gameplay or something.
Dude, it looks good even on the One X, the older game.
I need to freaking play these games, man. Why have I not played them?
Yeah, you need to play it.
Are they janky or what? I felt like they might be janky.
No, they were really good. I I would say the last one was the better one. The first two had a little jank here and there, but they were still solid games.
Damn, man, this game looks freaking amazing. The visuals are insane. Obviously, it's a lot canned. Okay, it's a little bit cinematic. Oh, I thought that was in-game. It said a mix of in-game and cinematic. That's so canned. That's bullshit.
But it still looks really good. You can tell when it's going through the tunnels and everything, and you're shooting. It looks really good.
All right, I got fooled by this.
And imagine that on your OLED monitor, bro. Imagine that in the OLED.
I'll be the judge. I'll be the judge of that, whether or not that's real or not. I feel like that might be pulling the wool over their eyes. Xbox first party shows the logos because they want you to buy the game. So why would they exclude third party? It's hypocritical and rules for thee, but not for me. What? Parasocialise says Xbox first party shows the logos because they want you to buy the games. So why would they exclude third party? It's hypocritical and rules for thee, but not for me. Yeah. Oh, it's hypocritical of Xbox to not show Metro's stuff. I mean, Xbox shouldn't really do that anyway. And PlayStation, they don't even bother putting up Xbox logos. It's actually quite funny. And Xbox like, please, we'll do it. Kumbaya, my lord. What was this poll?
I think
82% of you have said that you don't use the Ubisoft shit.
Look at that. That's a lot.
And Fortnite crew on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who does. I don't know anyone apart from Special Nick. He says his kids use it a lot, which is okay, fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the player plays at. So we saw Metro. Oh, we have to talk about Pragmata. It's another game that's come out. Capcom just don't miss, man. They're just so good.
Capcom seems to be killing it lately.
Bro, they're on fire.
RE9 was incredible. This one, I mean,
you completed RE9 as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I completed RE9. I thought it was definitely a Game of the Year contender.
Yeah? Shit, man.
Really good.
I need to complete Chronos before I can even go into that. Because, another horror game like that. Everyone's like, you need to play, Requiem. It just looks dank. This is another one. Capcom is just killing it. So many people share. Luke was telling me about the path tracing on this is insane. The game looks insane. I'm so grateful for path tracing not being relegated to. I remember the start of the gen, I'm looking at Minecraft. And I'm like, fuck, is that it? Like, it's this is real. This is real fucking ray tracing tech, and it's relegated to just Minecraft. And now we're starting to see with these AI upscaling tools and frame gen, all the shit that we can actually finally enjoy path tracing with big heavyweight titles like Cyberpunk with Pragmata, Resident Evil. It looks amazing. It looks so. This game looks really cool. I don't know if I have the time to play this game, man. I don't even know what it is, but it looks really good. And it's saying, I think it's like 88 or 87.
It's a shooter. It's basically a heavy story-driven shooter. I played the demo for it, and I'm in the minority. I don't care for the combat system, and that's only because. What's the combat system? Well, they have this little hacking thing you do before you can really do much damage with your weapon. Okay. Like you could shoot your weapon and it's like pissing on the enemy. It does hardly any damage. But then the little girl on your back, she does this like thing where it slows down time, and it's a hacking thing. So you like hack it, and then you can shoot heavier bullets.
Oh, right. That's a bit of
and I just don't care about the hacking portion of it. Like it annoyed me.
Yeah.
But some people love it, so I
love it.
Don't listen to me. I'm in the minority on this one.
No, I don't know what to expect of this one. This is a game that we've been covering for a while.
It looks really nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah, but, I'm sure with path tracing it's gonna look even more stunning. The setup just looks like unique.
Yeah, see, CPT in the awesome 23, he said the combat is fun. He likes the hacking and stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't like that aspect. It's just, I don't know, just takes me out of it.
Bro, we've got so many good games now, though. It's like, not every game has to appeal for everyone.
No.
But,
like I said, RE9, oh man, that thing was so much fun.
How was the combat in that?
Really good, really solid, man. And it looked amazing, dude. And moreover, the performance on your PC, so good.
And this is their own engine, isn't it? It's not UE5 engine.
It's the RE engine. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's RE9 is short and sweet. Magnum, thanks for telling me that. That makes it go up really high in my priority of games to play.
Yeah, dude, you can definitely play through that in a weekend, bro.
Is it? Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
I need more games like that. I need more games.
And it's exactly the kind of game you like too. Just a linear experience. It's fun. A lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Lots of cool weapons and things
because you got two elements of it. I know we were supposed to talk about Pragmata, but you've got two elements of that game. You've obviously got Grace is a bit, but it's much slower.
Yeah, it's more horror.
Yeah, which I like. I want them to do that, a little bit of both.
So the cool part about that is I'm more of a third person guy, and I tried to play it in third person with her, and it was better in first person because of the horror aspect. So with her, I played first person. They recommend it at the beginning of the game too. They tell you. Oh yeah. So I played it in first person with her and third with Leon, and it was just fantastic.
Capcom are killing it. They're really doing well. And there was a point where they were almost like the Konami of the game industry. They're really just messing up. They fixed up so well from their street. You have to remember, like this year, the Monster Hunter. I think Monster Hunter didn't do as well as they should have. I'll be honest, based on the reception for it, and they had tech issues and blah blah blah. But they had Street Fighter. My brother's just streaming that all the time now. Street Fighter, just watching that.
Street Fighter.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Yeah. The Street Fighter got a trailer this for its movie. It looks super cheesy, but
oh god, that movie looks so bad.
But you expect the cheese
so
now.
Bad. The original was so bad.
Yeah,
with,
the original was
Van Damme.
atrocious.
Yeah,
that's why it's like you expect the cheese with it, I guess. And but Mortal Kombat, the new movie, that trailer, this gonna be shit as well. I hated the last Mortal Kombat movie.
Pragmata though is the quality is really there. Like when I played through the demo, that's the one thing. Like it's beautiful. It feels good. It's just a hacking element for me. If it wasn't for that one element, I would have bought this game.
Oh, wow.
I would have played it all the way through.
Oh shit!
Because it's my type of game. I like the heavy on story game. And I heard it's got a great story.
Oh right, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
they have got great stories. The main thing that will drive me. They got this whole thing with the little robo girl in there. It reminds me of that movie where that chick AI kid. What was that movie, chat? It came out a couple of years ago. Really good movie. I think it just went under the radar. Where AI are fighting humans, and there's this one kid who's the AI. They gave birth to this AI kid, and he's like really smart. It was a really good movie. I like the premise of that. And then Capcom have Onimusha coming out. I don't know when that's coming out.
Yeah, that was another one that I saw last week. I forgot about that game. Bro. And then I was talking to Hargeet about all the games coming out this year, and I told him, I said, dude, I was looking up all the games that's supposed to drop. I said, we totally dropped the ball on Onimusha too. Like this game looked incredible, and it's coming out. And dude, again, Capcom is killing it.
It's not Megan.
Killing it lately.
It's not Dune, or it's not Megan. Yeah, Capcom killing it, man. When is Onimusha coming out?
It doesn't have a specific date.
Oh, is it? Does it
just
says
2026.
It says 2026 as well? Fuck that. No chance. They're going to delay that. No way. How? This is what I'm saying. Look, there's so many games coming out.
I don't know how all these games are coming out this year, dude. Bro, how are you going to navigate GTA 6, all these games? I don't know.
Bro, I remember this weekend we had some rumors suggesting that, so Jeff Grubb got it wrong with him suggesting that Fable was going to get delayed. But as soon as they announced that Fable was going to get delayed, me and you were like, you know what? This is a good thing. Because
I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. The Xbox games need some breathing space.
I wanted to see Fable do better, and I think coming out next spring, it would do much better.
Yeah,
because even putting it in August or September, you've got so many games there that will overshadow Fable.
It is insane. You can't have a game that overshadows Fable. There's too much investment in that game. It's not like that's a massive
like
RPG.
that Horizon Zero Dawn effect. Remember Horizon Zero Dawn got overshadowed, and then Horizon Forbidden West got overshadowed. Still sold well eventually, but I remember that first week, they were both overshadowed on their launch dates.
Yeah, Woodpit got it right. The Creator, I think you're right. The Creator is the movie I was thinking of.
Creator, I don't know that movie.
It's a really good. Yeah, it is The Creator. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Do check it out.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
It's really cool. Really good effects in that.
Sci-fi movie.
Really good effects. It's really good. It's just really good. One of those you can just chill and watch.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. So you're right with the Fable delay thing. It's I agree with you. I think it's a good problem to have. You used to say Xbox has no games, and now Xbox has too many games. Yeah. And that's I hope that carries on. And I think next year is also maybe not as strong as this year because they. I
wouldn't say that, man, because, dude, think about this. Think about this, man. We just talked about how these Chinese and Korean, you got all these Eastern players in the game now.
Yeah.
Dude, Wukong was a few years back. Game Science could announce something this year. Who knows? Anything could happen.
Game Science have already announced the game. It was, what's it called?
Oh, that's right. They had the... Yeah, that's right. But anyways, you got so many players in the game. I bet you anything. Like I said, I feel good about this year with unannounced things. I think we're going to see this at the Summer Games Fest.
And then that's Black Myth, actually. Yeah, the sequels, right? Yeah.
Xbox Game Showcase and stuff. We're going to see some new stuff we're going to be like, what? 2027? Man, next year's going to be great too. I guarantee it. We're going to be excited.
Well, if they announce, if it turns out that what's it called? Elder Scrolls. Sorry, I can't speak. If Elder Scrolls is coming out next year, then the conversation shifts straight away. Then it's a big title. If Elder Scrolls coming out next year, I don't know if it's going to come out next year, but I'll tell you what, it's going to be good. But
here's the thing: don't you think that if going back to Helix? If Helix really does drop end of 2027, don't you think they need a really big game to drop with it?
Bro, this is the reason why I said Gears of War should fucking be delayed for the release of that thing. Because you wanted something that shows off the power of this thing that's supposed to be really powerful. What better game that Xbox has coming out in its roadmap than Gears of War? Gears of War will be the best looking game.
I know, especially because the coalition and what they can do.
With UE5. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no rush for Gears this year. Like, what are you doing? And again, it's 25th
anniversary. You know they're going to put it out this year.
But fuck the 25th anniversary, man. Well, I just want the game to be good, ultimately, at the end of the day. But, it would have been really cool. Like, any platform, I know the generations, the whole thing is dead anyway, but it's always good. PlayStation are really good at this. PlayStation with the PS3? What did they have launched with PS3? PS4, they had Killzone Shadowfall. Not a great game, but even today, to this day, technical showcase. Xbox One, still, to this day, had a really good launch with Rise Son of Rome that still holds its own to this day. It at least showed you the tech of that thing. It's like, it still looks good. It holds its
Don't
weight.
worry, Helix will drop with State of Decay 3.
By
the way, I did get into that alpha.
You did?
Yeah. I'm not in it yet, but I did sign up, and
you signed up
they
as well,
sent me an email and said that maybe in May I'll get in.
I want to play that. So, I feel like it might be a bit of a letdown. I think already the scope of it is a bit letdown. But Clockwork Revolution...
I just want to see what it's like, man.
I want to see what it's like.
So I can talk about it, eventually.
And the people were complaining, I remember in the chat, last time we talked about it, like, wah! Oh, guys, you just wah! You want State of Decay... We want more State of Decay to be State of Decay. I'm like, I want State of Decay to be a multiplayer game, man.
Yeah, same, bro. We've talked about this. We wanted it to be more like an MMO than it is.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, it's where you would see an evolution of a game like that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Kind of like the day before, that fake game that we were supposed to get.
The promise was there.
Yeah.
Like The Division. And so many people did come out and say that. Oh, damn it, man. I was hoping it would be like The Division, but with zombies and stuff like that. And everyone wants that. And someone has to make that game. They're sitting on a gold mine. It's a multi-million-dollar seller. that will multiple copies. That game exists conceptually. It needs to be made. It's not State of Decay 3, unfortunately.
Especially if you add those resources, you know, even the base, all that. You have all that. Because that's something that traditionally you don't have with like a Division, or you don't have with an Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
But if you added that element into it, along with the human element and the zombies, you have a winner.
Yeah.
You have a freaking winner. Again, I say this a lot, but the blueprints are out there for great games. These developers just need to look at and tweak these, you know, games a bit, make something their own. But man, the blueprints for a fantastic, successful game are out there.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's.
I mean, look what Pearl Abyss did. Pearl Abyss just said, F it with Crimson Desert. They took everything good from every other RPG out there.
Yeah.
Big open world. They just took everything.
Yeah.
From Zelda to freaking every game out there, they just took bits and pieces.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't want to rain on people's parade there, but I will rain on people's parade there. I think I will be disappointed. I think it will be a good State of Decay game in the same as State of Decay 2. I barely played State of Decay 2 because I was so disappointed with State of Decay 2 and what it was. They gave you the promise of what that was going to be with State of Decay 1. I remember very clearly. And it couldn't tell the difference between State of Decay 2 and 1, other than the multiplayer, which is tethered to shit. It looked the same, and then they did a visual upgrade on the graphics, and then it looks a little bit different. And now the whole, we're gonna give you the play test and stuff like that. I feel like it's not gonna be that great, so it's gone down my hype meter considerably. And some of that
being the alpha play test after 6 years, it's kind of like what?
Yeah, it's hard.
Really?
I am. I feel I'm gonna be let down with that. But you know, it is what it is. I keep saying it is what it is. But I'll tell you what.
But State of Decay 2, though, Captain Chats, I see you say it was a letdown for you too. I agree, but a lot of people did play it though. A lot of people did play State of Decay 2.
Yeah,
the numbers are out there. It was kind of a hit for them.
Yeah, no, State of Decay has a very like loyal fan base as well. So you know, it's not something that may be easy for them to disregard by making a massive change like that. But at the same time, I think you're like, what's your ambition really? And you put a ceiling on that if you're going to just stick to State of Decay. But I'll tell you one game that has a lot of quality being exuded with it. And it's not for everyone, but Clockwork Revolution. I think this game's going to be really good. I think this.
It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, especially with the different weaponry and how you can like mix and match, craft, all that stuff.
Yeah, which we're seeing on screen
looks
right
cool.
now. It looks really good.
It reminds me, because it again, for me though, it harkens back to like a BioShock type game.
Everyone's thinking.
And I have a fond memory of those games. So
yeah, BioShock Infinite kind of vibes with its visual palette.
Yeah.
And I loved BioShock. And it has that kind of personality. Just really good. Like, this is a game that.
Yeah, if they nail the gunplay, if it feels really good to shoot, it's going to be a great game.
Especially with the time bending stuff. This could be really, a diamond for Xbox, and really, another unique proposition for Xbox to have this kind of title like that. This is the kind of title that helps Xbox build an identity. And all that's undone if you make it freaking multi-platform, you motherfucker. Xbox is finally where it needs to be.
Like, imagine if this was like a 99. Okay, I know it's a 99. Also coming to PlayStation in 6 months.
Exactly. No. Or day and day on PlayStation.
It's gonna.
I think this probably will be a day one on PlayStation. Actually, I'm imagining this will be a day one title for PlayStation. Because it's coming from a smaller studio, In Exile, but In Exile are really punching above their belt based on what we're seeing. Obviously, we haven't played the game, but it looks positive. So Clockwork Revolution is another one. State of Decay, I'm like, okay, fine, that'll be a 2027 release. I think 2027 needs an Xbox from a big title from Xbox, though. I think it needs Elder Scrolls. And I feel like Elder Scrolls is feasible.
Are we for sure that Clockwork is, when is Clockwork? Early 2027? Is that?
I don't know when it has a release. I don't think it has a release.
Because I think it's just 2027.
Chat, do you guys know when Clockwork... Does Clockwork Revolution have an indicative date? I don't know if it does.
I don't think it does. I think it was just 2027.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Clockwork, in Exile, you guys are making some memes there, and that's the kind of quality mock we do expect. But then after that, what else is there? Like, what does Xbox have?
what's Compulsion doing? Maybe they can make a huge game.
Yeah, fucking right. everyone hates
Where's
on us for
Compulsion?
hating on Compulsion, but I really think people glaze over it. I know the story and the premise was really good, but what about the gameplay? After We Happy Few, you cannot forgive them for faltering on gameplay like they did. Gameplay cannot be fourth priority. Story, music, everything.
I remember-
and gameplay. Let's think about game design at the end. I'm like, bro, this is what they did with We
I
Happy
remember
Few.
the first game I remember from them was when I first bought my PS4
Yeah.
last gen, and it was Contrast. And it
I've
was an
never played
awful
that.
game.
I don't know.
It was horrible. It was just a stupid game. So I didn't even play through it. I tried to play it and I said, this is garbage. Because at the time, if you remember, PlayStation 4 didn't really have any big games. They were delayed.
Yeah.
So I had to wait like a month or two before I got like my first big game with PlayStation 4. So after that, I just went to Resogun and I played a bunch of Resogun, and that was fun. But tiny game. Resogun?
Resogun was not made by them. Resogun was made by the
No,
people.
Resogun wasn't by Compulsion. I'm saying I moved to that game from Contrast.
Oh, right, yeah. Resogun is a game I actually platinumed.
Resogun was good.
I platinumed that. That's my first platinum. I really, really enjoy that game. That's why I love that studio. Housemarque are beautiful, man. They are the best. Some of the best. And Sony did very well by buying them. And I'm one of the few people that will probably support that game because I don't know if Thingy will do well. But Compulsion games have a lot to answer for. But I think I'll tell you what Compulsion games are good at and what South of Midnight was really good at. Story, audio, visual palette was really nice. They really smashed it. I completed the game and
It was the combat. Yeah.
I couldn't get by the combat. The area locks off, and then you have this basic combat, and I found it so. I felt like I wanted to just see what the story was about more than the gameplay. The combat was getting in my way, and there were ways, like even with traversal, like with the wall running and stuff like that. If you made it ebb and flow really well, I would have really loved the game. A lot.
Because it's a beautiful game.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
Beautiful.
The art style is really good. The characters are really well voiced. They've done it really. I was intrigued. I wanted to find out what's going on with the story. Really tapped into the story. But you can't fuck up the story, the gameplay, especially when you have such a burden to discharge after We Happy Few. But it was a beautiful experience. The story and stuff. I really did care about the characters and the vibe, and the music was really good. And I just felt like. Fundamentally, it's such a shame. It's like that's the thing you need to fix up. And I think in the same regard, the same issue with Ninja Theory and Hellblade 2. Although with Hellblade 2, in one element, the combat I thought was fucking amazing. It felt wrong for an Xbox title to have such good animations in their combat. Like if you play their combat, it was beautiful, man. The combat in that game was stunning. But it was so few and far between. I was just like, all right. So the one thing
don't make me stab you on that, dude. That game was just bad.
I hate you.
For a game. It was beautiful as a piece of art.
Oh yeah, I hate you.
But man, there was not enough gameplay in that game.
I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think Hellblade 2. I was shocked at how, and I said this in my review, and I said like, you need to thoroughly revisit how you basically do gameplay. I'm shocked that you still had the same fucking puzzles elements, like you move the camera.
Well, they're on
around.
to Hellblade 3 now, and supposedly they've stated that they're going to put more action into this one.
Yeah, I reckon Hellblade 3 is going to be sick. You can call me out now if it doesn't end up being this way. I reckon this game is going to be absolutely stunning.
Dude, they've made great action games in the past. They had Enslaved.
They have the capacity
They had the Heavenly Sword. I loved Heavenly Sword. It was like a female God of War game. It was really good.
Yeah, it was amazing. I don't know what. That's what I'm saying. They had all this talent. They did all that mocap. The kept showing, which shows in the which shows in the fucking animations and stuff. But
yeah, I know. They took MMA classes and stuff, and I'm like, for what?
Well, they did a really good job. Whatever little combat there was in that game, Hellblade 2, I really enjoyed my time with it, Fonz. I'll be honest with you, but I know you did. I played through the whole thing, and I was just like really bored. I was like, it's beautiful, but damn, all I'm doing is pressing up to walk.
90% of the time.
Right at the start, this segment here, you are literally pressing up for a good 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh, it was like I was entranced by the visuals. This is cinema grade visuals, like the cinematics, the techniques that they use. There's what film studios use. What if not the best looking game I've ever played, even now. And
it is one of the best looking games, period.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's beautiful. Captain Chat says, so Hellblade 2 was terrible, and they've greenlit Hellblade 3, but we get Perfect Dark canceled. Look, Perfect Dark wasn't even a thing, though. They made up that little portion, that little slice that we saw. That was all made up. That wasn't gameplay. They didn't have a game.
That's the fucking most egregious thing ever, though. A lot of that was all bullshit and bullshit. Yeah.
Quadruple A studio, and they made nothing. They made nothing.
It was fucking
and then
atrocious.
they just fucking got abolished. Like, it was just, dude, the story of that, they need to make a documentary on that.
There's a story.
What happened to what were they called not in exile?
The Initiative.
What were they called? The Initiative.
Yeah.
I want to see from inception to fucking how it was destroyed. And part of that you can kind of see along the way. Remember, they had all these like really big talented people that they took from other studios, and they were calling themselves a small and agile studio, which is a great thing, right? But then you had this guy bring in everybody from Crystal Dynamics to come help. And then that's when you saw the shit hit the fan. You were like, wait a minute, they're not a small and agile team anymore.
Yeah, no.
What's going on here?
Everyone's like, they're an incubation studio. They're going to be building here a little bit here and there, and then Crystal Dynamics is going to come in and help. There was a pitch to actually save and buy out the IP, and then Microsoft said no. Oh no, it's not interested. So it's just an absolute shit show.
I would really like to see the story on that, though. What really happened,
bro? I'll tell you what the story that I was talking to a developer when I was at GDC about, who worked at the cancelled Bethesda Online game that they were working on, the cyberpunk fucking third-person game that apparently was amazing. ZeniMax Online game, sorry. And it what was it called? I forgot the name of it. And the guy was telling me the stories about how good the game was and how developers were like, they had some teething issues, but Phil Spencer had to be pulled away. He was enjoying it so much. And then they freaking cancelled it, and they couldn't believe it. And it was all because of AI. The Microsoft pursuing AI and Copilot, they pulled the rug. And
wow.
they're like, the amount of bad blood that generated is insane to this day. Matthew Ward, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Goes, Fonz in the house. Got to catch up on the pod when I get home. Gaz is my goat. This becomes legendary with Fonz. Much love, brother. Hey, Matthew, man, mad love to you.
Appreciate you, Matthew.
I appreciate that. Such nice words. I found that when a lot of people say of my podcast, they actually prefer to listen to it after the fact. I think it's because I meander so much, or my ADHD is so crazy. When the timestamps are up, they probably listen to hone in on the specific topics that they want to listen to. But Matthew, thank you so much. That was really nice. Really nice of you. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. Look, Xbox. It's a tale of two fucking tales. There's so much scope, so much excitement for it, and so much like in its landscape. We talked about so many things that could show off in this year and in 2027, and what they're going on with it. It's the most exciting player in the space. But it's
you know what other game you forgot about? It just hit my mind, and I had to cut you off because I'm 50 and I will forget. Blade. What's going on with Blade? Like, I want to see more Blade.
No, bro. Apparently, it's coming out really well. That's what I'm hearing. Obviously we'll be the judge of that. But Blade is another fucking sick one. Actually, that will be my most anticipated one out of all those games. Actually, it'll be my number one out of all of them. If they do well.
I know that what we've seen is in that kind of comic book art style, not necessarily a realistic look, which
it dampens expectations.
I would prefer a real look. I would prefer that for a Blade title.
Dampens hype a little bit.
But because this is still mature, it could still be a good game. Yeah. And I just want to see more of it.
Arcane Leon bounces as well. I love Arcane Leon. I love Arcane Leon putting a stand on the whole Microsoft and what they were doing politically. So I was like, rate them. They were out there protesting. I was like, you bouses. But also, yeah, I do agree with you though. Like, is it going to be just like weird comic book side? Look, I think Blade, I think Wesley Snipes, I think violence.
It could be a situation where you get like a great looking South of Midnight style look, not necessarily South of Midnight, but you know what I'm saying, like a great art style, but with really good combat.
Bro,
we might hit that here. If they
expecting
nail
that.
the combat, I could care less.
You cannot fuck up Blade.
So much.
You cannot fuck up Blade. You cannot take on an IP like this and fuck it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
People, and it's a Marvel licensed thing, and Xbox has it. Like, you can't fuck it up. Blade is, bro.
The very first Blade movie is one of my favorite Marvel flicks.
I love
Wesley
Blade
Snipes.
2. For me, Blade 2 was better. I love Blade.
Oh no, I like Blade 1. Blade 1 was so fun. I like them both, but
Yeah, I like them
Blade
both.
1 was superior in my opinion. I loved it.
Chat.
Dude, that first scene in the club with the raining blood and everything. Oh, it was so good.
Was that Blade 1? I thought it was Blade 2.
Yeah. No, that was Blade 1.
Am I getting confusing? Am I confusing?
Yeah, you might be confused by it.
Actually,
But
no,
that
Blade
was
1
Blade.
or Blade. No, Blade 2 had a club scene as
Blade
well.
2 had Ethan Hawke, I believe.
I'm forgetting. You know what the worst thing is about Blade?
What?
Blade Trinity is in my head because that fucking movie was. I actually kind of enjoyed it, but it was so bad. Like the Duracell, the throwing it in there made it so comic book with the guy who's now Deadpool. Oh, it was so bad. Oh, but I just wanted Blade. Let's see what chat. Blade 1 and 2, yes and no. That's a fucking shit poll. I'm gonna just end it. Yes. Blade 1 and 2, yes. I did not.
Blade 1 or 2. Which one?
Blade 1 or 2,
Yes, no.
or no.
No, but Blade 1 was the one where he went to the club and all that blood started raining down on
I
everybody
thought that
as
was
they were
Blade 2.
dancing.
Am I losing my
That
brain?
was Blade 1.
Blade.
That was Blade 1, dude. That was the
shit.
beginning of the movie.
No, yeah, I think, yeah. That was Blade 1.
Because I remember watching that movie multiple times. Like, it was so good.
I need to watch it again. Blade 2 was sick.
Wesley Snipes, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He was born to play that role. He was so
No one can play
good,
that role.
dude.
No one can play that role but him. He was a boss. He was an absolute boss.
Did you watch the Wolverine movie where he made the cameo and everything?
I've got free memberships gift, by the way. You said you didn't think that you could do this. Look,
I've never seen that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
you
got to
can do
look
it.
at that.
giving it. Let me give away.
Congrats, Fuzzy Tomato, BT
Yeah.
Maverick, Otaku, Dr. Scotsy, and Cullen Prime.
Yeah.
You guys are now members.
Well done. Zoka Gaming, this fool want me on. I don't have a 3-man overlay, you piece of Scottenos. But yeah, they're talking about Blade. Oh, you must have heard the comic book chat. You must have heard the comic book chat who came in and was like, oh yeah, guys.
Oh yeah, Blade. Oh, I read the comics. I freaking yeah. I know everything about him. I know he has a 12-inch slong.
Oh shit! Wait a minute, what? Went straight to his penis side.
That's Zocker knows everything about Marvel.
And cock. Oh shit! Oh well, Fonz, I think we've covered everything, man. What else have I missed in this gaming space? What's happened?
I don't know, man. It's
been, bro. I'm so glad you joined.
I wish we could sit here and talk about other stuff besides gaming, but you know.
Yeah, we get cancelled. We get arrested in
canceled.
2 seconds, bro.
Jesus.
Oh,
man, but that podcast would be so much fun, man.
Oh, bro, you know what?
God damn.
If
you could actually have free speech here on YouTube.
On UK as well. The UK would get arrested. But
oh shit, you will get arrested out there, yeah.
Fuck it, we don't have free
Dude,
speech
I
yet.
might get an email or two or some guys knocking at the door. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to do that. Just another news very quickly. It was really good to see Space Marines 2 has got 12 million players. I haven't even played the Space Marine, Warhammer Space Marine. You tell me you have not played this?
I played that. Yeah, that was years ago.
No, bro, it came out last year, man. What are you talking about?
It was like 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years
3
ago?
years ago.
No, it's not 3
Wasn't
years
it?
ago.
Like, it seems like it's been a while, dude.
did a
I've
review
played
on this
so many
channel.
games since.
Time doesn't make sense anymore. I did a review on this channel. When did I do that? How long ago, chat, was Space Marines 2? Space Marine 2 was a beautiful game. And Zorka, it was on its own proprietary engine, like I always say.
It came out in 2024, bro.
2024. Oh, right. Time. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, I played that a couple years back. It seems like it's been a while.
Yeah, and I haven't done the co-op mode as well, which has its own missions in the story. So I'm going to get it on PC.
Never did that.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I thought it was a good game. I had fun with it, but by the end of it, I was ready to be done because of the... I'm not big on like horde modes, like waves of enemies coming at you.
I'm typically not into that, but I'm telling you, I love my first foray into Space Marines, and I just loved it. It's just like, oh, this is when gaming was good. These guys are fucking badass. You had little babies with skulls flying around, and then you find out the stories are all raw because they just literally churn these kids. If human beings want to be turned into switches, like live switches, it's just a deep, dark world. And I want to do the co-op. I really want to do the co-op. But yeah, that sold 12 million, and Space Marine 3 is already, since it was such a breakout success, it's already in development. So there's that. Space Marines 2 was a dank meme. Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed Insider Gaming keeps talking about the resynced,
the Black Flag.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. You know, I have no fondness for Assassin's Creed, but
I know you don't.
But Black Flag, when I played Black Flag,
say it 10 times fast, bro.
I'm not doing that.
Black Flag, Black Flag, Black Flag.
I'm not doing that. You know, you're gonna get me fucking cancelled, bro. There is no way I'm saying that. Black Flag so fast. But Assassin's Creed. You're already doing it now. Black Flag Resynced is coming out, and it might be a game I would actually like to play because I remember playing that. And I thought,
do you like ship battles in games and riding on ships?
I do.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I didn't like Black Flag.
I liked it a lot, but it wasn't just the ship battles. It was the pirate kind of vibe was really good. I was like really enjoying the little pier. It made me feel more like a pirate than freaking Sea of Thieves did, and I really thought that was
the pinnacle of AC. Honestly, especially with the RPG ones, is definitely Odyssey. Odyssey was so good. So fucking good.
Yeah. I tried that. But I really liked
Origins was great too. I loved Origins until the very end when they forced you to play somebody else. Because Bayek is honestly the best protagonist in any AC game.
Really?
Hands down. Bayek is.
I've heard that before.
He's awesome. Bayek is awesome.
Shit.
But Soccer Gaming says, you never played Sea of Thieves. You liar.
Who, me? I don't know.
Yeah, because that's the pinnacle of ship battles. Remember? for Zocker?
Zocker, you toddler.
Sea of Thieves. It probably is, though, to be honest. For just ship battles online, that probably is the best.
I mean, it's quite simple. It's not exactly like very deep. I would say the combat in Sea of Thieves. But it's fun.
Neither is any pirate game because basically you're just shooting cannonballs at each other, you know. So
it's true, and you don't have any like visual marker as well. You haven't got when you're aiming your cannon, you're manually aiming it and just judging where it goes. And obviously the cannon has a trail that helps you guide it after the fact. I was watching my brother play the other day, and I feel like it was a lot of fun. The Sea of Thieves is actually, we make fun of Zorka a lot about playing Sea of Thieves a lot because Zorka is the kind of person who makes fun of Zelda, and like you, because he's barefooted and he runs around. But Sea of Thieves has that kind of like visual aesthetic as well. But Zorka plays that a lot. But Sea of Thieves is actually a really fun game. It's one of those games I regret I didn't have a core group of friends to play with. Like if me, you, and Zorka played, that would be hilarious. But I know Zorka's a fucking sweaty tryhard, so you'd be crying like a piece of shit the whole time, taking it seriously when a game looks like fucking something from Pixar. Shout out or something.
Don't be going out there in a schooner around Zocker Gaming. He'll kill you.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a tryhard. Like, oh my god, guys, you need to put the mast up. Oh my god, enemies are 5 o'clock. Get them freaking repair the ship. Throw the water away. And it's one of those games where you just want to chill and have a good time and just care. I reckon we should actually do that. I want to do more gaming content where we sit down and play games together, but unfortunately, time zones and real life is the problem.
Yeah.
But AC Black Flag is coming out resynced. It might be one. It's genuinely one of the AC games that I would actually be interested in seeing. Other than that, I think we've covered everything. I think we've covered good news. It was good. We've had a great show. Oh yeah. Oh, another thing I was going to say. PUBG almost hit nearly 1 million players on Steam, concurrent. PUBG, man. Like, what the frick is going on? I loved PUBG when it came out. I need an excuse to jump back in.
Wow.
Did you play PUBG?
When did PUBG? Yeah, I've played it, but when did that become popular again?
Bro, let me check this.
Has it always been?
People, when I said, what the fuck was this? People were like, yeah, it's always been, like, it's people don't realize it's actually really popular. Look at the Steam players now. PUBG is number 5. It's got 148,000 concurrent now. That's crazy. What the fuck is Windrose? I don't even know what that is. 5M? I've never heard of that. What the fuck is this shit?
It's probably an adult game, Gaz. They have a lot of those on Steam. Watch out for those.
Are they even games?
They're kind of creepy. No, I don't know.
Look at this game called Windrose. We're talking about pirates and stuff. Windrose looks like a freaking Windrose. Let me just quickly check this. It looks like a pirate game, and it's number freaking 3. What the hell's Windrose? Windrose trailer. This is the thing with PC, man. There's so many freaking good Windrose official early access trailer 4 days ago. This is smashing it on the charts. We might be sleeping on greatness. We talk about pirate games. Here we go. Look at this. It's on stream right now, and it's definitely a pirate game. And it's number 4, 5, whatever it was, on the Steam charts. Looks really good. In engine. Must be UE5 because but let's see the gameplay.
You said it must be UE5. Dick.
Third person as well. It looks really good. It looks like it was a multiplayer game. This looks like something we should try. I need to start playing these games and just trying them out. And
you need to just start playing games. Period. Bro, you need to have the time to sit down and play your games that you do have, bro.
I have so many. This looks amazing. Look at this.
Did you ever beat Sekiro? You started it on stream.
Yeah, completed on stream.
Okay, good. All right. Because I was going to say, dude.
Sekiro's amazing. Sekiro is incredible.
Yeah, Sekiro was really good, man.
I haven't completed Elden Ring, though, and I need to play that.
What?
I'm going to do it on Twitch. I'll do it on Twitch.
I beat Elden Ring on Series X, though. I didn't beat it on PC. I would have loved to play it on PC instead. Yeah,
I'm going to play it again. This is my 3rd time starting fucking Elden Ring. But
you're going to restart it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have to, because no saves transfer. I'm not going to play on my Xbox. I'm a PC man. I'm PC Master Race now. And I want to stream it. So Windrose, early access, check it out. It actually looks really good. And it's dominating the Steam charts. What the flip? Is this a single player game? I don't even know what it is. It's a PvE survival game. As well, it's not even PvP. Okay, fuck it. Number 4 on the charts, not even PvP. Fuck. But yeah, but PUBG is doing really well. PC, man, making memes. Games. There are a lot of games. This is why I'm saying, like, a lot of people are very pessimistic, cry about the state of the industry, blah blah blah. But there's so many good games coming out. There's so many games out now.
Danny Passion, I see you.
But Danny, what's up, man?
Danny Passion's in the house.
Yeah, that's really good.
He's not official anymore. I used to like the official. Danny Passion official.
Gaz, get the seamless co-op mod. For what? For what game? Which game are we talking about? But yeah, Epic Treasure says it's building in Pirates. It's literally Epic Treasure's forte, just building stuff. It's a pocket pair game. All right. Yeah, this is definitely down your alley, Epic, for sure. PC gaming, PC Master Race, man. Even King Thrash got a PC. And then he said no.
Oh, yeah, dude, he got a really nice podcasting PC. I saw it. It looks like it's going to make really good podcasts. I can't wait to see the quality of his podcast. It's going to be amazing with that.
Bro, that guy.
Now, I'm not shitting you, bro. That's some good specs for a podcast. It's really good. Shout out to King Thrash.
Shout out to King Thrash with a 5070 and a 9800 X3D and multiple tweets saying it's just for streaming. Dude. PC's filth. It's just for streaming. I'm like
imagine this. He could have 2 Discords open at once, bro. Easy, bro. He's gonna be in stereo that way, bro. It's gonna be amazing.
Bro, it was so funny. He's so into that console war thing that he can't let go of the fact that he has better. He's like, he replied somehow, why would I limit myself and play games on a 5070? I would have got a 5090. And everyone's like, you're limiting yourself by not playing on your PC instead of playing on your PlayStation. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're limiting even playing on the Pro. It's not as good as your 5070 PC with a 9800 X3D. Jesus. Bro, it's so funny. Hey, you know what? That podcast is going to be lit, man. Can't wait.
Fucking binaural sounds, escape. It'll be fucking VR. It's just going to be 4K goodness. I can't wait.
Oh, man. 8K over there. Damn.
Thrash.
We ain't got that kind of scratch, man, to buy a PC just for a podcast. Not of that caliber. Damn.
Oh, shit.
Dude, you know what? More power to him. That's amazing. Somebody asked, is this a gaming PC? I think it was Doc Dark.
Yeah, Doc Dark was on his ass.
And I said, no, it's a podcast machine. Obviously, look at it.
Yeah.
It's just the specs are made for podcasting.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
it's going to be great.
Yeah,
it's one of those, he can visit a gas giant on his PS5 Pro while he's podcasting on a 5070. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, Thrash! Why? About coming to LA this year? Daddy, no. I won't be able to this year.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a 5070 with a 9800 X3D is close to $2,000.
Yeah. You spent
probably about 1,800.
Yeah, you spent $2,000 on it.
That's a lot for a podcast, bro. That's a lot for a podcast.
Bro, look, it's just...
I heard he was rather quiet too when he first bought it for like the first couple of days. Like he wasn't online.
Yeah. Doc was giving him a hard time. He's just like, yo, guys, look, check out. He's done for 12 hours. He hasn't said anything. He's even like preparing his podcast.
The first 12 hours.
He's preparing his podcast, maybe downloading stuff.
downloading Discord and OBS.
Yeah.
Getting to Reddit.
Oh man, it's funny, man.
Man,
you got so offended.
No, Tarnished Gamer, you don't. You could do it with a freaking 2050 Ti.
Yeah.
You don't need a high-end PC or a mid-range. That's kind of a mid-high range, I would say. It's like it's up there. It's mid-range, but with the 9800 X3D, that just puts it over the top for good gaming anyway.
Yeah, Punish, you're right. You just need it for encoding with NVENC. You don't need a 5070. You don't.
Yeah, NVENC. So then maybe even a 3060 probably. 3060 would be worth it.
Listen, he couldn't escape the allure of it. For what intention he bought it, I don't know. It's not for me to say.
It's a podcast, obviously. If he says he bought it for podcasting, he bought it for podcasting. Got to take a man on his word. You got to take a man on his word.
If you say so.
He's podcasting.
If you say so, bruv. If
his podcasts come out and they're shit, then you got to say something. Be like, hey, wait a minute. Where's the extra bells and whistles on your podcast? Like, I want to see some stuff. I want to hear some stuff.
Fuzzy's like, that's the best gaming CPU.
What mic is he using with his podcast setup?
I don't know. Actually, yeah, that's a good point about what setup is like. He always whispers into it anyway. Look.
I remember when he used to just use his phone to podcast, so I don't know what he's doing these days.
He's a maverick, that guy. You never know what he's doing. He's doing a podcast right now, some political one.
A political podcast?
Yeah, on his channel.
Wow. That's not a good thing to do politics and gaming.
Yeah, but
that'll hurt your channel.
But his channel got nuked already, and he's made a new one.
It already got nuked. Okay, there you go.
No, but he built another one, and he's got decent viewership.
He's gonna get nuked again.
I don't know.
I'm sorry to tell you, King Thrash. Don't do politics, man. I've done that before, and that's what happens. Your channel gets nuked.
Mm-hmm. He's got to be careful.
Bad thing to do.
And King Thrash skirts the line and then snorts it and then shits it out. So I don't know what he's playing at, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
We should tune in and see how good it sounds on this 5070.
Yeah, we will after this. He's live right now.
Wow.
But yeah, everyone in the chat, thank you so much.
You should raid his political podcast with this chat.
Yeah, we should do. Oh my God, it'll just go be a mess. It'll be a mess.
Just be like, hey, we want to
I'll
hear
get
your
banned by
5070.
association by raiding that one.
Oh yeah, you might. You might get AIDS. Yeah.
Definitely would. All right, guys.
All right.
We're gonna call
That was
it
a lot
quits.
of fun today.
Yeah, bro, it was sick, man. Should make you a co-host. Fonz.
Yeah, dude.
Told
It's
the
a lot
people.
of fun.
It was sick. Take to people. What are you gonna have? Hoggy is gonna say Xbox is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Tuesday, I got my show, of course, GTL, Games Talk Live. We'll be there. We're also going to FanFest this year, so we will both be there.
Oh, nice.
And we will see everybody there. We're going to make the memes out there, have a lot of fun. Shout out to BT Maverick. He knows he'll be going as well. He's already
nice.
told me, so I'll be catching up with BT again. Anybody going out there, feel free, even if you don't like me, come up and say what's up or fuck you. I'll take it all. I don't care. I'm very chill, relaxed. I have a good time out there. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I can't wait to meet some new peeps out there this year. I've been going now. This is the third year in a row. So
You're gonna hug Asha Sharma?
no, I probably, you know what's funny, dude, going back to like the Phil and everything, I've never even met Phil.
Yeah.
And he was right there. I could have met him.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to be one of those guys rushing him or bothering him. I didn't want to do it. So
Yeah.
like I have a picture because I'm standing talking to somebody and they're like, hey, let's get a picture together, guys. So I stood like 6 people down from Phil in a picture, but I've never shaken his hand, never introduced myself. So I've never met him. Probably would be the same with Asha, unless, for some reason she was to come up to me and somebody else I'm talking to or whatever, then maybe I would meet her. But yeah, I'm not rushing her. Not like BT. BT's going to molest her, it seems.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm joking, BT. I'm joking. He's going to rush her, though.
Yeah, he definitely will.
He already said he was. He said it earlier.
Yeah, he said it early in the chat. But yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
yeah, catch me Tuesday, 4 p.m. West Coast time. So 7 p.m. East Coast. GTL, Games Talk Live, Tuesday. So check us out there, me and Hargeet. And yeah, I know some people are like, well, Hargeet's such an Xbot. He's such an Xbot, but he's a friend. He's a friend. And the guy, I love being able to have a guy who has a dissenting opinion and we go back and forth and we debate shit. It's a lot more fun at times when we don't agree than always just being like, yeah, man, you're right. Yeah, man, you're right. Those podcasts sucks. Those types of podcasts, just boring to me.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what dissenting opinions is where it's at. And that's what Algie brings to the table. All right,
And
chat.
Hargeet, he's a smart guy. He knows his tech. That's what I love. He knows his tech.
Yeah, he does. Harvard man. But yeah, and a really nice guy. Really nice guy. This is one of the nicest guys you'll meet. So shout out to him. Anyway, chat.
Shout out to him.
Hit the like button, you bastards. Fucking hit the like button. And I will get the timestamps up. But it was a really good chat. Thank you so much.
Wait,
Fonz.
what'd you say about that little country? Oh no, you didn't. Okay.
What? What are you talking about?
Never mind. I thought you were talking about a small country.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
I
chat.
thought you said something. Okay. All right.
I didn't know. What? Anyway, I'm going to end the stream, but thank you so much, everyone. Peace. And don't say anything, Fonz, because we're still...
I'm not. I just wanted to fuck with your head a bit. What'd you say about that little country?